I'm my beloved and he is mine. His banner over me is love. I'm my beloved and he is mine. His banner over me is love. His banner over me is love. He brings me to his banqueting table. His banner over me is love. He walks me to his banqueting table. His banner over me is love. He brings me to his banqueting table. His banner over me is love. His banner over me is love. Yeshua is the rock of my salvation. His banner over me is love. Yeshua is the rock of my salvation. His banner over me is love. Yeshua is the rock of my salvation. His banner over me is love. His banner over me is love.
Praise the higher. Children of Israel are here. Mount Hor. We're going inside the tomb to pray for our brother Aaron. Holy Land, Kadesh. We are in Kadesh. And as you know, Mount Hor is at the border of the children of Israel heritage. So we're still within the borders, but this is one of the borders.
Shabbat Shamayim, Quadash Haya, Shamkar Haya, Malak Wafka, Thabat Zawanka, Haya Aisha, Maharatza. Kawahaya, Bashamaya, Nathan Lanawa, Lakan Kalyawam, Wasalat Nawa, Khawaf Nawa, Kasalat Nawa, Kawaf Nawa, Sabayanawa, Minasaya Wapamba, Hawashinawa, Mayarai, Kayalaka, Hamalakwa, Wahala. Wahasaparas wa awalam amen.
Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Praise the Messiah.
All glory and praise to Ahaya Shahaya, Bahashmishaya, Wakodashawak. Let the 12 tribes gather together. You know that something's about to go down. I can feel it. A higher coming, blowing the trumpet. So gather up round. Yeah. Let's go, yeah. When a higher brings down destruction, that's right. He always lets some Hebrews escape. It's gonna be one, y'all. Israel, get yourself together before it's too late. He told Noah to build it up, and Joseph prepared for the famine. Yes, he did. He told Lazarus and Moses, you better put blood on the door. So I'm telling you now, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. Ooh, it's gonna rain. Brimstone and fire, y'all. It's gonna rain. It's coming. Get ready. It's gonna rain. Brimstone and fire. Come on. 12 tribes gather together. Come on. It's a call, where you at? You know that something's about to go down. Let alone. A high is coming, blowing the trumpet. So gather around. He told Noah to build it up, and Joseph prepared for the famine. Yes, he did. He told Lazarus and Moses, you better put blood on the door. So I'm telling you now, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. Get yourself together. It's gonna rain. The Babylon is falling. It's gonna rain. Come on. Listen. As in the days of Noah, so shall the Son of Man be. It's gonna rain. As in the days of Noah, so shall the Son of Man be. It's gonna rain. As in the days of Noah, so shall the Son of Man be. Yeshua coming. As in the days of Noah, so shall the Son of Man be. It's gonna rain. Come on. Y'all know what it is. Babylon is finished. Come on. You're gonna be praising the higher. Okay, enjoy. Jordan is the place. Come on. Let's go. You ready? Come on. It's going down. It's gonna rain. Get out of Babylon. Let's go. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. In the days of rain, Jordan is the place. We're gonna praise the Lord for His deliverance. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I did bad. Sometimes I feel like holding back. Sometimes I feel like I can't wait to be alone. And then I think about His grace, His love be flowing from the throne. Can't get enough, and when I'm hurting, I'm bleeding. My spirit calling is bleeding. For you, I need you to lead. For you, I get on my knees. This sin is like a disease. When I was weighed up, you picked me right up. The devil came elders bow down with their crown at your feet. Said you are worthy of all praise, and now this battle you defeat. Father, you're worthy of your name, Most High, the Most High, Most High, Most High, Most High, the Most High. Father, you're worthy of your name. Sometimes I feel like I did bad. Sometimes I feel like holding back. Sometimes I feel like I can't wait to be alone. And then I think about His grace, His love be flowing from the throne. Can't get enough, and when I'm hurting, I'm bleeding. My spirit calling is pleading. For you, I need you to lead. For you, I get on my knees. This sin is like a disease. When I was way down, you picked me right up. The devil came round. He know it's time up. 24 elders bow down with their crown at your feet. Said you are worthy of all praise, and now this battle you defeat. Father, you're worthy of your name, Most High, the Most High, Most High, Most High, Most High, the Most High. Father, you're worthy of your name.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulder, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I got to run. I do what I can when I can, when I can for my people. 'Cause the enemy is plotting to take our lives. So I gotta stand up. I'm taking my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, I hear how you're calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. Ooh, early in the morning, when the sun begins to shine, I gotta stop moving towards that separated line. I'm waiting till morning water. I got a made up mind. I got a made up mind. And I don't mind if I lose any blood on the way to salvation. 'Cause Yeshua had to die, so who am I? So I'm gonna stand up, taking my people with me. Yeah. Father, crossing, a higher is calling my name. Yeah. Ooh, I can feel it in my bones, and I know what's around the bend. going to a brand new home. Across the river, I hear a higher calling me to answer. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, taking my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. All across the river, I hear a higher calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, taking my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, I hear a higher calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. Come on, better Babylon. Come on, better Babylon. A higher prepared place. Come on out of Babylon. A higher prepared place for you. A higher's got a place for you. A higher prepared place for you. A higher prepared place. A higher prepared place for you. A higher prepared place.
That's where it all started, yeah. First commandment, love a higher with all your heart. Second commandment, love your brother, love your sister. First commandment, love a higher with all your heart. Second commandment, love your brother, love your sister. Love each other. Love each other. Love each other. Love each other. First commandment, love a higher with all your heart. Second commandment, love your brother, love your sister. First commandment, love a higher with all your heart. Second commandment, love a brother, love your love. 'Cause the multitude of sin, all you have to do is find it. Oh, love cures everything and anything. All you have to do is find it. 'Cause hurt people will hurt people, but love will cure the brokenhearted. And loving people, laying love on people, bring it back to love. That's where it all started, yeah. First commandment, love a higher with all your heart. Second commandment, love a brother, love your sister. First commandment, love a higher with all your heart. Second commandment, love your brother, love your sister. Love each other. Love each other. Love each other.
Shalom, Shalom, Israel. Praise Ahaya, Bahashim Yeshaya. Bless you all. And of course, Ahaya is all in all. And I give all honor, glory, and praise to our Most High Ahaya and our King Yeshaya, who is coming soon. I pray you all are having a blessed week. My goodness, guys, everything is just moving so fast and zooming by. So please forgive me for yesterday. I didn't even, it just flew by me, guys. And I didn't even realize that the time had passed. Next thing I know, it was like 10 o'clock at night. I was like, oh my gosh. So please forgive me, but I really wanted to come on and give this information that I'm about to give. You see the title, talking about the pale horse and Beyonce's message. And I really wanted to embark on that. And I just first have to say, welcome to Nappy Head Chronicles, where we chronicleize the awakening of the children of Israel. And as we're getting ready to go through this process of Jacob trouble, this purging that the Most High feels fit that we need to go through it. So I pray you all are, getting ready. I pray you all are seeing the signs that it's time to get up out of Babylon before this whole thing shuts down. It's another quiet before the storm. And just like right before the COVID hit, I was just kept warning people, like, come out, come out, come out, come out. Praise Ahaya, it was shots fired. It was a warning. But guys, I don't think the next time it's going to be a warning. It's time to get up out of there. And which, brings me to this, broadcast today. It's on my spirit heavily. And I've been talking about it, but not to this degree where I'm saying that Beyonce's message, guys, she is on a world tour right now. So this is for the whole world. And she has a message and she's on that pale horse, and her whole theme is this horse, cowboy hat, this horse. And it's the same horse that most biblical sites, any place that you look, if you even Google it, the pale horse is nothing but the same silver type horse that Beyonce is on. So I don't think it's coincidence. She tried to dress it up and make it silver and everything so that it won't be so obvious, but it's very obvious to me and it's very clear. And you know that the powers that be, they like to give messages. They like to put it in your face so that they can say, like, we warned you. But brothers and sisters, there's a lot of things that's all lining up. Now, to me, it's just plain as day. They're putting it out there. According to Revelations, the pale horse is the horse of destruction that is bringing, destruction upon the earth. And I'm going to go into the scriptures about it and how it coincides with also second Baruch with the 12 woes, all talking about Jacob's trouble and the time that is right upon us. Also, talking about the mark of the beast, we know that Elon Musk had a due date of August 8th, which was like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, where he was bringing forth the Neuralink for the chip in the head. Now, I may have been pushed back, and I was, checking that out, but I know August 8th was the date for them to, unleash that whole, Neuralink and where they're going to start doing it. But outside of that, brothers and sisters, they are already have ushered in, the hand and things, using your hand, your palm as making payments. Okay. And I'm going to show you some information, a video that I found on that, which is very interesting. So I wanted to talk about these things and bring it to light because nobody is speaking about it. Nobody is making reference to Beyonce and this horse that now you got to understand, she's a worldwide artist. So her tour is a world tour. So the message is going out to the world to prepare for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. I pray you paying attention. It's coming, brothers and sisters. And Christ warned us in Matthew 24,
Pray that your flight be not in the winter, because her tour ends right when winter starts. Like, it's like they're keeping us distracted, keeping our people distracted with this big tour. And now, she started in the UK and other parts of the world, but here now they're honing in on the United States. And I think it's going to end in October. I think they added some new dates. So just as winter starts, and everybody's all preoccupied with all this drama that's going on, just one thing after another. And you got all this Beyonce and the Blue Ivy hype, and they're keeping our people distracted. I mean, so much so that people are so into this Beyonce tour, they wearing outfits, to match her tour theme, and the whole, it's this big hurrah about going to the concert, kind of like they've always done, like with Prince, with the purple and the purple rain and kind of thing. So now it's Beyonce with you wearing all the silver, the cowboy. I mean, they got men. Child, these men are dressing up like Beyonce. I mean, our people are so distracted. Our men are just so gone. They just they just out there. And then the brothers who are in the truth, they not even talking about this stuff. They all doing classes on everything else, but of what is going on in the times. The Most High gave us a warning for a reason. Christ said, pray you not be deceived, brothers and sisters. Please. And that's why I'm here, just to rattle it and shake you. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Don't fall back to sleep and act like nothing is going on, because there's a lot going on. We are to come out of her, my people, like Revelation 18:4 tells you. Get out, get out, get out of Babylon, brothers and sisters. This is not the time to be sitting there wondering, what do you think's going to happen next? Where we at in prophecy? Brothers and sisters, it's right in your face. And you got the biggest artist in the world right now. Beyonce is the biggest artist in the world, parading around on a pale horse, ushering in destruction, brothers and sisters. It's coming. Get out of Babylon. And I pray for those of you who can hear and see that you understand what I'm talking about. And I'm going to go into the scriptures about it. But first, I wanted to talk about some news and show you some things that's actually going on. And, you know, nobody's saying nothing about it. Stores are closing, banks are failing. They're closing up the banks. They don't need the banks anymore. They don't need the ATMs anymore, because now they're ushering in the mark of the beast, and it's coming right in your face right now. Again, pray that your flight be not in the winter, like Christ told you. Get out, get out. And I also want to remind you about, remember me telling you about the calendar and how it's starting to line up coming 2024. All of this is going to hit starting January in the winter time. You don't want to be in harm's way. They got all kind of things stirred up, but they're keeping you distracted with all the nonsense that's going on. And plus, Beyonce is on a world tour with a mission about the pale horse. Destruction is coming. Okay, so first, let me share my screen with you, and I'm going to go into just some news so y'all can see how dire it is. That, they may not even be talking about this in the regular news, but, my old reliable videos that I always watch, this one sister who's just talking about constantly how stores are closing, banks are closing, is happening right in our face. Give me 1 second, hold on. And I will share my screen with you. But I pray you guys are paying attention. It's not, it's not a game. Hold on. Let's see. It's this one. Hold on. Here we go.
What's up, family? Welcome back to Tony Banks TV Homestead, y'all. I know we've heard about Bank of America, Wells Fargo, USAA, even PNC closing people's accounts. Well, they're not the only ones doing some strange things with your change. So this happened over in the UK, and it is Major, is one of their largest banks. UK banks were given 2 weeks to explain closing of customers' accounts. Apparently, they closed more than 20 of the largest lenders after Nigel Farage's accounts were threatened with closure. Now they got to answer why. City regulators will give UK largest banks 2 weeks to explain why they have been shutting customers' accounts after a scandal linked to threatened closure of Nigel Farage's bank accounts. And I hope I'm saying that right. The Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, will write to more than 20 of the UK's largest lenders on Wednesday, asking them to confirm how many customers have been recently closed with their accounts, suspended or denied, and explain the reasons why those services have been blocked. Again, they only have 2 weeks to gather all of this information, the data that they need, which will cover personal and business customers, including political parties. So apparently, there's an investigation into whether lenders have been debanking customers over their lawfully held political beliefs. So apparently, if you believe one thing, they're going in and they're shutting your account down. Lenders will also have to reveal how many complaints they have been fielding since the barring of customers. Banks will have to submit their responses to the FCA by August 25th. The FCA is expected to publish its analysis by mid-September. A Treasury spokesperson welcomed the move and said ministers would determine whether further action was needed once the results were published. So you're punishing people off of their beliefs. That is so against the law. I don't care where you live, what you do, what you believe. You don't have a right to say, hey, we're going to close your account because you're with this party or you're with that party. And this is just not a brick and mortar situation, okay? So it says that the matter gained further traction after digital bank Monzo closed the account for the political party run by anti-Brexit campaigner Gina Miller. Monzo said it was a matter of policy since it does not accept any political parties. The lender said that the account was opened erroneously as it was not categorized appropriately in the application. So they're trying to say that she was hiding what she was using that money for. And see, that's the real thing. Let's just get to the tea of it. They want to know what you're using that money for. That's why they clock in every single dime and penny and nickel and quarter and dollar that you use. That is why you have to file certain tax things. While everybody's excited for the Fed now and money moving faster than ever before, what they really want to know is how much you're moving, where you're moving it to, what you're doing with it, what you buying, where you going, who you giving it to. They want to know every single detail. Yet we don't know exactly what they're doing with their money. So let me know what you think down in the comments. I thought this was a pretty decent story right here, you know, something that's happening overseas, but does happen here also and has happened and still happens, okay? People discriminate upon you, upon your race, upon your gender, whatever they discriminate on you. If you are a person and you want to be a mermaid, they're going to discriminate on you on that also. So you can get it, you can get it, and you can get it. Hit the like button, comment below, share the video out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. I love you, but God loves you more. He created only one you.
Okay. Praise the highest is let me just stop that because it's just clear in our face that what they have they're preparing with this Beyonce's tour, and it seems like it's going unnoticed. People are acting like they have no clue, they don't see the signs, and you know the Most High is like boom 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 boom, like putting it in our faces that we have to make a move, and our people seem to be waiting to the last minute, and then they won't even be able to come out and prepare, because the whole point of the Most High warning you in advance is so that you can come out and prepare, you know? And it's not, for us to, wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. And then what I find is that our people, we will wait to the last minute to do stuff and still want to be blessed by a higher, you know, for doing it, for coming out. But if you wait to the last minute and you do things, on your own time instead of what the Most High tell us to do, times out of 10, you're going to have a hard time. And then you're going to be wondering why, because you don't feel you prayed, you did what he wanted you to do, even though you're waiting, 100 years to do it. You still want to be walking the blessings of the Most High because I guess you feel like better late than never. So, I'm saying I thank the Most High for putting it on my spirit to keep warning our people. His mercy is so amazing. He's so merciful. He loves us so much, guys. And he's just giving Israel chance after chance after chance, to try to get them to come out and do what's right. So I give all glory and praise to Ahaya. And thank you guys for joining me. I see you sisters, Michelle White and Rawak, praise Ahaya sis, and Queen SDL. Thank you guys for joining me. I pray, and I'm glad you're here. She said, we coming out, sis. Ahaya is pushing us out. Praise Ahaya, I'll put your comment up there. Yes, praise Ahaya, sis. I pray that y'all are getting out of harm's way and, getting out of Babylon because it's not going to be cute at all, And like I was telling you guys, I'm going to go into several things and also even into the calendar of how it's starting to line up. We are so close, guys, and we don't have a lot of time. And I feel bad for a lot of our sisters because a lot of them are waiting for the men. Everybody's, they want to wait for the men to make a move. And the guys, it just don't seem like it's going to happen. I mean, there are some trickling out, but it's, not in the way we expect, and our sisters got children. You worry, but we got to learn to really have faith and trust in a higher, regardless of whether our brothers make the right decisions or not. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, we've heard a lot of brothers, saying they're going to go prophesy, especially like Elder Ricard, he's supposed to be prophesying on the street. And he still ain't doing that. I mean, a lot of things that they're saying ain't lining up. It ain't, as far as he's supposed to have been coming out of Babylon. Every year he's saying they're coming, they're coming, they're coming. I mean, what are people waiting for? What are people waiting for? And what do you need to see, brothers and sisters? So I want to get into this Beyonce's message because I think it's very clear and it's very, demonic. And when you go into the name of Renaissance, when you look it up, it actually means rebirth. It means a rebirth, a renewal. And that's them ushering in this new world order, brothers and sisters. Satan is on his square. And he's doing exactly what they intend to do. And our people, unless we get out and get prepared and stand up together, a lot of people are going to, perish. Our people are going to perish, brothers and sisters. And it's a lot of people are going to perish because they refuse to put down, this America. They don't want to let it go. So many people that I talk to, they don't want to leave. They give every excuse. The wickedness on us is so heavy. And we refuse to put that wickedness down. That place is wicked in the eyes of the Most High. He's not there. He left a long, 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 long time ago. And we still sitting around talking about, oh, I'm waiting for the Most High. It's just sad to even talk to some of our people sometimes. That my heart be so heavy talking to our people and hearing the delusion, what they think and what they believe. And, when the Bible is quite clear. You understand? Let me see. So she said the brothers are under strong, yes, and they have no interest in fleeing. None. You are absolutely right, sis. They have no interest in fleeing. They don't care about what the Most High said. And I feel bad to even say this about these brothers that they ain't even thinking about the Most High, the most of them. And this is what the Bible said. He said, they love me with much talking. They love him with all this talking and praise Yahweh, come Yashala, and all this stuff. Ain't thinking about Yeshaya. Ain't thinking about what the Most High told them to do, how they're not supposed to be sinning. It's just a whole gamut of stuff, you know? You say our people love Babylon and are not seeking a higher. It's right, and it's sad. It's sad that you just really gotta come to this conclusion. It's really sad, and you hate to say it, but somebody got to be really honest, you know. And I thank you, sis, because I'd be saying it all the time. I'd be like, listen, somebody lying. Somebody around here is lying because ain't all this Kwam Yasha Alarin and hiya, ain't nothing moving. Ain't no preparing, ain't no preparation. And the ones who are talking about preparation still in Babylon, still on the continent, talking about Mexico. I'm like, wait a minute now. What is going on? There's no other way to say infiltration but infiltration. They have taken down our brothers, and I'm so thankful to Ahaya. We're in the midst of it, and we can see it. We can see it. They made their choice, sisters. A lot of these brothers have made their choice, and unfortunately, we are paying for it again. You know, the women are always. Look how many sisters have y'all still been. I haven't been posting these on my community section. I just stopped. How many sisters are being killed by their boyfriends, ex-man, their husbands, fiance? How many sisters is dying? It's just an ongoing thing now. It's like every day, 2 and 3 sisters are dying at the hand of their so-called protectors. It's unbelievable. I stopped posting it, you know, because it's just pointless, you know. People try to act like they don't see it. They still talking about everybody's focusing on the daughters of Zion. But ain't nobody focusing on that these men are killing their wives, the kids, everybody in the house. What's going on with our brothers? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then they still want to focus on the daughters of Zion. I tell you, if these brothers ain't delusional, it's straight wicked for any brother to be trying to uphold and be talking against the daughters of Zion right now. But it just shows the level of hatred that these men have for women. It's a bread. I mean, personally, I think it's discern. I mean, I'm still giving them an out. Like discern. Like I know them open up discern. Remember, we was always talking about it like 2 or 3 years ago. They were opening up discern. They were open. And look, after they opened up that discern, all these killings started to happen at a high rate. I mean, this thing is it's out of control. These men are killing these women. And then the brothers that's on YouTube talking against women all the time. I mean, it's just a severe hatred for women. So I mean, you know, I love the men of the Most High. So I'm still trying to give them out. Talking about it's discern. It's just straight wickedness, demon possession at the highest level. This is the walking dead. This is the zombie apocalypse. The men killing the women, the gay men parading around here as women. I mean, it's just to such a high degree. Then they talk about what's the guys that went away, the passport boys. I mean, they got the nerve. They got the nerve. Still trying to, you know, disrespect the daughters of Zion any way they can. There is no love for the daughters of Zion. I just gotta say it. I mean, I know what the scripture says that our men. That's why it's going to be such a miracle, sisters, when we see these men stand up as kings. It's going to be such a miracle to see our men stand up as kings and do right. So praise Ahaya. Praise Ahaya, because right now, you know, the way we see things, it's like it's impossible. But we know the Most High got his hand on this thing. So praise Ahaya. And I pray that y'all wake up out of the psychosis, sisters, and get up out of there before it's too late. Because they are about to bring it down. So I'm going to talk about the whole Beyonce thing. Let me just show a few more just a few more videos on what's going on so that y'all, can see. So give me a second. And I know you see for those, you know, hold on, who are here, I know you can see. Okay, so here's another one. Okay, this is her again. Let me just put that out just to let y'all see how bad this thing is getting. Babylon is finished. It's finished, guys. Hundreds of stores are closing, guys.
What I want to talk about today is what people aren't really saying and the struggle that people are really having. Real people are having, not the fake,
Oh, sorry.
numbers that they give us about unemployment and things like that and the economy. I'm talking about real things that are happening. What people are not talking about is the fact that we are in the midst of this great reset. This reset is happening. And I don't care how much they want to hide it from you and show you other things to look at so that you don't pay attention to what is really happening until it hits your pocket. And it should be hitting everybody's pocket right now. Everybody is pinching pennies one way or the other. Maybe everybody's not going out buying the extravagant gifts like they used to, or maybe they are. If you got to have it, you got to have it, I guess. So whether it is stores from Bed Bath & Beyond, Tuesday Morning, Sears, Belks, Pizza Hut, Banks, Burger King, Walmart, Dollar General, the Christmas Tree Shop, Aldi, Lidl, and even Goodwill is taking a hit. Now, that's saying a lot when thrift stores are taking a hit. Feel free to let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you feel like they're trying to hide this stuff from you even though you're seeing it? But
Okay, I just want to make a comment while she is talking on this because brothers and sisters, she mentioned all these stores. Now these stores are getting up out of here, getting up out of Babylon. They're moving out of Babylon because they know destruction is coming. And now they're going by the hundreds. She's saying hundreds of these stores are closing. Right? Now get this. I'm in a building where other people live, and I done recently met two different families of doctors. Now they're doctors. They were in the U.S. One is a husband and wife. Both of them are doctors. They done came back to Jordan. They left Jordan. I was like, well, why you left? I know why they left because the Bible said they will return to their own country. They will turn back to their own country. Isaiah 13. I will bring out those scriptures at that. But him and his wife, doctors in the U.S., they came back to America. To Jordan, to their home country, right? And then another week ago, I meet another doctor left the U.S. I was like, well, why you leave? Oh, just my family, giving excuses and stuff like that. No, brothers and sisters, the Bible said that they will start to return back to their own countries. And see, it's being done such in a slick way that you're not noticing it. They're not talking about it on the news. This is why this sister, her main focus is bringing out this information about the store closings, the bank closings. They're packing up and they're getting out. Why? Because they know destruction is coming, brothers and sisters. Our people is all, focusing on the wrong things like a Beyonce tour. You know what I'm saying? Everybody parading around dressing like Beyonce, men and women, you know, and all distracted with these concerts and this and that. They really pulling it out, bringing every black artist out of the woodwork. Guys, do you notice? All these black artists from the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, they all over the place on YouTube. They performing everywhere. Our people are going to these concerts distracted, using the music and all these things to keep our people distracted while they setting up for the kill. But these banks are closing, the market of beasts is being ushered in, all kind of stuff is going on, and nobody's really noticing and nobody's talking about it. Our brothers who are in the truth, they talking about everything else. They ain't even telling you, warning you that this is it. It's in your face. The pale horse. Beyonce's the world tour. It's the world tour, brothers and sisters. The pale horse, destruction is coming. Christ said, pray your flight be not in the winter. So they are setting up, brothers and sisters. Please believe it. Please see it. Please get out before it's too late. Okay, let me let her finish. But I just had to tell you about these families are now returning back to the land. And ain't got no real reason because they all want to be in America because the children of Israel there and all our money, they taking all our money because we buying everything, you know, trillions of dollars. The children of Israel is just money machine. And so they all want to be in Babylon to take advantage of it. But now they're returning. And that's why you see these stores packing up and moving out of Babylon. They still are everywhere else. You know, they got Bath and Beyond here in the malls and all this stuff is here. And I told you guys, I worked for a call center. You know, when I first came for a couple of years, I did that as a second job. And they wanted speak English, speak native speaking English to be answering the phones, acting like you were in America, but it's always in other countries somewhere else. And now even to this day, like you call different any kind of corporation, you got these they don't even use English speakers anymore. They have heavy accents. You can't even understand why they're in other countries, brothers and sisters. They done moved all the businesses, corporations are outside of America. We are the only, our people are the only ones who will be sitting in there when Iran hit. When them nukes hit, it will be our people. Judah is in the neck of his enemies, and they know exactly what they're doing, brothers and sisters. They're getting out. All of them are getting out. Please pay attention. And I did a couple of videos a couple of weeks ago where all these migrants are washing ashore, right? They try to act like they come in as migrants. The army, the navy is all in Babylon. They setting up. They calling in the National Guard for these different events. You know, different governors and mayors are saying they need the National Guards. They're already all surrounded Babylon, brothers and sisters. And the Most High said, when you see Jerusalem compassed with army, know that the destruction is nigh. They have been setting up for a while, putting these armies and different navies in place in Babylon for our people. Okay, hold on. Let me let her finish.
No one's really talking about it. You got to actually search for this in order to find out about it. So what's going on now is Belks is closing a Columbia area store after 25 years. Now, mind you, they're closing because they're revamping that whole mall area. Now, this was going to happen one way or the other, but they thought that Belks was eventually going to come back. So Belks is closing its longtime department store in Richland Mall ahead of a more than 100 million complete overhaul of the mall property. And if anybody knows that area in Columbia, South Carolina on Forest Drive, Forest Acres area, that mall has been sleeping for a while now. So company spokesperson noted the Belk store has been at the mall at 3400 Forest Drive in Forest Acres for a quarter of a century. Belks has been proud to serve the customers of Richland Mall since 1998, but they will no longer serve them. This Belks will be open until early September. So that's just a matter of weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Belks will be closed at Richland Fashion Mall. So, which you can't say Fashion Mall because really, I don't think there's any stores out there anymore. Even the TGIF store closed. I think they had a bookstore out there. I'm not sure if it's still there now, but all of those things are going away. So Richland Mall, Belk will have about 65% off with clearance items running 75% off. So if you're in that area, go on and get it. And this will start on Friday, August 11th. Now, there are still a couple of Belks in South Carolina, in Columbia, South Carolina. So it's one at Columbiana Center and Village at Sand Hill, which I've shopped at both of them, and they are nice stores. Customers are also able to shop for their favorite products on Belk.com using the Belk app. And if you think about it, that's almost like Bed Bath and Beyond, where they've closed all of their stores, and you think, well, there's no more Bed Bath and Beyond. Actually, there are still some Bed Bath and Beyonds, but they're actually under Overstock.com. So Overstock.com has bought all of Bed Bath and Beyond's things, and they're selling them online. So if you love yourself some Bed Bath and Beyond, you just gotta have it. Not me, because it was just too high for me even before a sale. That's how you can get it, Overstock. So it also says here that the Barnes and Noble bookstore is still there, but it will be the last major tenant of the mall in its current form. The state has reached out to Barnes and Nobles about its plans at the property, like are they coming back once they revamp the whole area. Richland Mall for years struggled to maintain national tenants, but now there is a new plan taking shape to breathe life into the site. So I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what they're going to do. It has pledged to overhaul the 32 acres. I didn't realize it was that big, 32-acre site with a more than $100 million plan that is set to include 100,000 square foot grocery store, more than 500 apartments, a public park, a brewery, and tap room, and more. So I'm excited to see what they bring to that area. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty of it all. What store that is closing 400 locations and is calling this a reset? So don't let them fool you in the news or whoever you're listening to. It is happening, and it's going down right now. All of these things that are closing down that I told you earlier in the video, everybody's either consolidating or they're saying it's underperforming, it's cost saving, and we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to put self-checkout in so we don't have to pay so much in labor. All of these things to save them money and take your money, because let me tell you, inflation is eating it up. You're getting less items for more money. So the footwear chain, also known as Foot Locker, will be shutting down locations. But they also own Champs Sports, and that brand will take a hit first. So Champs Sports will be shutting down 125 locations, closing this year. Then by 2026, the 275 stores remaining that are Foot Lockers across the country will shut down. They're calling this the reset, since their total sales forecast for the year is lower than last year. So in saying that all of these 400 locations are shutting down, this is a reset. So in a reset, that means that's not the end of a business. That's just a relaunch of the business. So they say they plan to relaunch their retail brands and introduce more experimental store concepts. I don't know what that means, to become more relevant to younger shoppers. Among the new strategies is one that is called Lace Up, which focuses on the different types of sneaker shops. The company has created categories for their shoe-loving customers, including a sneaker maven. I'm not a sneakerhead, so all of this is over my head. But either way it goes, 400 of those locations are shutting down. Some belong to Champs, which Champs is owned by Foot Locker. People are losing their jobs. I don't care how much they revamp, relaunch, whatever. People are losing their jobs. And a lot of stuff is going to be more automated. Like my child works at a McDonald's that really doesn't have a lot of registers in there. They have a lot of kiosks in there. So you're just ordering through the kiosk, and then they're back there fixing it for you. But matter of time before that AI gets over here like it is in other states, where it's fixing the food for you and they don't need teenagers or anybody to work in the back. So it goes on to state that with the upcoming store closures, Foot Locker will be reducing their global store count by 10%, so that in 2026, they will have 2,400 locations. However, they do still plan to grow. They will increase their square footage by 10% over 14.5 million square feet, as they open up larger, more experimental expressions. I really don't think these experimental things that they're going to do is going to work.
Mm-mm.
A lot of people are
It's
stuck in their
just blah
ways.
blah
I'm
blah.
one of them. I don't mind branching out and doing different things, but people still aren't spending.
Okay, it's all right. Hold on. Okay, so that you get the gist. And they just talking about, oh, they're going to do this and do that, and then it never happens. People are, they're not putting their money back in these places, and definitely not in the United States. But they need to say something, because a lot of them are saying, oh, it's due to theft. That, like, as if, there's all of a sudden there's so much theft that they can't, you know maintain their stores. But they have to say something. They have to say something. So, okay, I'm going to let me get rid of that. Also show another video, and give me 1 second while I find it. You know, and it's just clear that they are preparing for the mark of the beast. I mean, we know that Elon Musk is setting up for his release date, and whenever that is, hold on, you know, whenever that's going to be, in which it was supposed to be August 8th, and it seems that it was pushed back for some reason, and we'll find out why. But guys, it's here at the door, and they are not playing, and our people are steady, just messing around, like as if they want to play around with Esau. He is not playing. Esau is not playing. They are planning to. Hold on. Let me see if this is the video. I don't know. Give me 1 second. That how they're preparing. No. How they're preparing. Oh, here, I got it. I found it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen with you. Oh, share this tab instead. Here we go. I think this is it. Give me 1 second. Just so you can see. Hold on. Okay, no, that's not it.
The better.
It's called Amazon One. Once you sign up, link your credit card, and scan your palm, it remembers your biometrics for future payments.
Biometrics are physical characteristics on the body. In the case of
Hold on.
palm prints, we have lines.
Let me start it all over so you can see it.
Pay with your palm. It's the latest technology hitting Whole Food stores in the Valley.
I love it. The more technology, the better.
It's called Amazon One. Once you sign up, link your credit card, and scan your palm, it remembers your biometrics for future payments.
Biometrics are physical characteristics on the body. In the case of palm prints, we have lines and other markings that determine uniquely who we are.
Amazon says the technology is safe, secure, and seamless, but not everyone is on board just yet.
It's interesting. I don't really think I'd be probably using it like anytime soon.
Katina Michael is an ASU professor in the School of Future Innovation in Society. She says it's important people understand what they're signing up for. People understand what they're signing up for.
USA is always ahead of the rest of the world. I'm sure you're already aware of the new payment option at Whole Foods. You can now pay with your palm, which means you don't have to worry about credit cards or the Apple Wallet. I hear that you can even add your ID card or driver's license to purchase alcohol, so you don't need to carry them anymore. At first, I wasn't sure if I should give it a try. But after a few instances where I forgot my wallet and my phone was low on battery, I decided to register as well. It's really awesome and super convenient. However, I was wondering if it's just a new technological advancement, or it is another way for companies and the government to collect and store personal data and biometrical information.
I'm at Whole Foods and I'm about to pay for my groceries with my. That's the coolest thing ever.
So as we can see, it's already here. They're already doing it. And pretty soon they will make it mandatory, opposed to just an option. Right now they're testing it out, but pretty soon it will be mandatory, brothers and sisters. And this is why the Most High told us, come out of her, my people. This is why it's not that it's only going to be in America, because, personally, I don't think it will be enforced in America. After Babylon, is destroyed, when UK and European Union take over, that's when they will enforce it. But I think in America will be destroyed before it gets to that point. The European nations will take control for a short time, as the Bible says. So even though we seeing this thing ramp up and stuff like that, I think Babylon the Great will be destroyed before it actually, get that far. But who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Only a higher really, really knows. So this is why I wanted to urge our brothers and sisters, don't wait to the last minute. Get out of Babylon. Get your children out of there. That place is a hot mess. And because it will happen to the whole earth, is why the Most High is telling us, to get out of Babylon, get within the borders, and start to prepare for going into the wilderness. That's where He will protect us, And Jordan is the safe place. Jordan is where this wilderness is. Be not deceived, and don't let anyone deceive you by going into Africa, because it ain't there, brothers and sisters. And all you will find yourself doing is running around trying to get to Jordan at the end. So you might as well just get here, get where it's safe, and start to prepare. It's just that simple. Once you understand that Jordan is the location. Now, I done wrote books about it, guys. I've got plenty of videos on my A Gathering in Jordan page. Oh, and I just want to also thank, I forgot to say this. I just praise Ahaya for now. I've reached 10,000 subscribers. Finally, guys, on A Gathering in Jordan. Praise Ahaya. It's been the longest road ever for me to reach 10,000. I mean, most YouTube pages that started when I started, they got hundreds of thousands. I'm still only at the 10,000 mark. Can you believe it? But I'm so thankful. And I thank you guys for your support. Thank you for, helping the sister out. And I pray you continue to help me. Subscribe to my channels. I had all these backup channels because they was harassing me so much. They was harassing me and taking away my views, and they were hitting me hard over the years, guys. But I didn't let that deter me. I never let that. I knew that the Most High, had me speaking for a reason, and that this fight was real. So I thank you guys for hearing me, for listening, and, praise Ahaya for you guys. And also, I told you guys, I want to tell you about Patreon. I just put up a new video that I've started my workout heavily, the wilderness workout, and I'm on Patreon, really doing it there. I talk about it a lot on all my channels, and I have little videos of me running on the treadmill and things like that, because I've lost 50 pounds, and now I'm going for my last 20 pounds, and baby, it ain't a joke. It's hard. So I became a member at the beachbody.com. And if anybody who interested in joining up with me now, I ain't got no advertisement deals, none of that. So don't even think about it. It's just that I'm really serious about getting my body down. And I really know it's necessary to be wilderness ready, ladies. Get wilderness ready. Even if you're small, but you're out of shape, get in shape, be able to run a couple of miles, hold up your own body weight. You know what I'm saying? We need to be strong. You need to be able to move some things if you have to move it. If we ain't got men around to do what we need to do, you know what I'm saying? Be in shape. Prepare. Get out of Babylon and prepare. That's all I can really just keep reiterating, brothers and sisters. Get out. Run for your lives. Live to see another day. Ahaya is merciful. We just got to be obedient. You understand? So, I just wanted to put that in there. But yes, we are. I thank you guys for your support. Praise Ahaya. So I reached 10,000 subscribers, so that's awesome finally. And I'm gonna go. Hopefully, we can get like to 20 before this thing ends. Before it ends. But just really using your voice, brothers and sisters, your like and subscribes and comments on my pages all helps because it drives the traffic and it just gives somebody else some information about fleeing and where to go. It's like I'm the only person really talking about Jordan, telling people, get out. Jordan is the safe place. And I know that there's some people who are catching on and people are trying to talk, but not at the level that it needs to be. Our people are going to be slaughtered in Babylon. And we need to know, we need to get this word out here. So I need y'all to get out of Babylon, get in Jordan and stand and make videos and talk with me and, help so other people can feel like there's a place to go and know that there's a place to go, that the Most High wouldn't just leave us out here with nothing. And, when you look to other channels, they're not talking about there is a safe place. Nobody is telling our people that there is a place of refuge. The Most High said he will protect us within his borders. Okay, so let me just continue on. So I think I got one more video and then we're going to go into scriptures, guys, about Revelation, that pale horse and what Beyonce is promoting. She's putting out a strong message about this world tour, letting it know to the world. Everybody else knows. The children of Israel we're the only one who don't know and don't see. That's why it's Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is coming. This destruction is for us. It's coming, brothers and sisters. And Ahaya is allowing it because of our wickedness, because of our disobedience, because of our refusal to come back to him and listen. And it's so clear, even with the come out of my people, our people don't even want to listen to that. They still want to make excuses about even coming out. They got every excuse in the world to be disobedient to Ahaya. And it's amazing. It's amazing how disobedient we are to the Father. And even our brothers, my goodness, they don't even care, Listen, hold on. Let me go to the next one. And this is the last one. And it's basically, just telling you about another bank or, but I just want to send it home, brothers and sisters, what is happening right in our face. There's no ifs, ands, what's, buts about it. It's clear. Okay. Here we go. I always post this, brother, and I won't play the whole video because he really goes on a rant about
customers are hoping that they get their money back. But again, the proof is in the pudding. This is something that I've actually warned about. That there's going to be problems at the major banks and the major financial institutions, like we've seen recently, and I've warned about. I warned a year in advance that there would be bank runs in the United States, and we had Silvergate go down. We had the behemoth at Credit Suisse go down overseas. We had Silicon Valley. We had First Republic, and that list is going to grow. If you go to the FDIC Gov right now, you'll see a dozen banks that have bitten the dust in recent months. And now this critical fatal error at Wells Fargo, and this is breaking across all the mainstream media, customers didn't get their direct deposit and they couldn't pay their bills. So I don't know what the issue is, if it's some kind of like internal internet issue. But this also raises a lot of people's concerns because they've been warning for some time about cyber events and cyber attacks. Now, the primary ethos, of course, of Island Project and what we're doing with our fractional real estate portfolio, $33.5 million portfolio out here in beautiful Oahu and also Maui, is this: get your money out of the banks. In fact, that's one of the main reasons I think people have invested with us, in addition to buying a great asset with income and cash flows. You get a W-9 at the end of the year, huge capital appreciation potential, and we're the first company in the world to have ever successfully fractionalized the best real estate, which includes beach and oceanfront. There's never been another opportunity for just $30,000.
Okay, guys, he basically at this point, he's just gonna just keep ranting about what he's promoting. And I'm not here to, co-sign that. I just want to put out the information of the banks are collapsing, and they're doing it, gradually, one by one, little things here and there. But it's clear that these banks are, are crashing. And so I just wanted to play that part and also reiterate that, get out of Babylon. Now he's a Christian, and he's, as much as he can or he can see, he's warning the people to some degree and praise the higher. But what he doesn't know is that the Most says every island and every mountain will be moved out of its place. So he's over talking about Hawaii, and that place won't even be in existence according to the Bible, because once that great earthquake happened, all that stuff is going to be moved out and not, in existence. So, what do you expect from the Gentiles? I mean, it's our book, and we know the prophecies, and we are the ones and going to bring the law and the information. So it's, he's only doing what he knows to do, but he's always very on point when it comes to the news. And, biblically, he tries to connect the dots, and praise the higher for that, that these Gentiles are at least trying, but I try to, send little messages on his site talking about Hawaii is not even going to be, in existence, because that too, the scripture gives understanding that the mountains and the hills and the islands will be moved out of its place because, what's coming. But I just wanted to, just give that little aspect of what he's talking about. So praise the higher for that. Okay, one more last thing as I wanted to put, because this is a little video I put up, and just to reiterate, brothers and sisters, that gold and silver are the Most High's currency. We are not to be getting involved with that Bitcoin, even though a lot of people are probably making some money from it and, things like that. But it's very volatile, very up and down. But maybe they are making money. I don't even know, But what the Most High had told me before he had me leave Babylon, he showed me how Nixon in 1974 took America off the gold standard. And it was very important to him, because I believe he wouldn't have showed me that. But it makes me now, 15 years later, understand gold is important and that we should buy gold. Stock up on gold, brothers and sisters. In this next video, I'm going to show you just a quick video that I did about being able to buy gold here. And praise the higher. Check it out.
Okay, guys. This is 1 kilo. 1 kilo of gold. When you talk about heavy, how heavy this thing is?
That thing is heavy, and it's real. It's
big.
big.
Now this price is 45,000 JD. I'll tell you it's heavy. It's heavy.
45,000 JD, 1 kilo of gold. So it ranges from $100 all the way up to 45,000, being able to buy kilos of gold. So if people want to wonder where to put their money and what to do, if you got any kind of savings or 401k and trust, anything like that, buy gold. Okay, hold on. Okay, I just wanted to reiterate that so you can understand. Let me just turn that off. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. So I just wanted to reiterate because a lot of people don't know what to do, how to do. We wasn't taught to be able to be prepared at this level, so a lot of us need some just information. Israel is destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Okay, so I just want to show y'all. Give me 1 second and I'll be back. We're going to go into Beyonce's message. Hold on.
I told you travel. You know we're in the last days, coming to the final phase. Ahaya's gonna show his face to his people. You know it's time to go. You feel it in your soul. The Holy Spirit tells you so. Get ready. Go east. Ahaya, prepare to play. I told you travel. Go east to plead with you face to face. I told you travel. Go east. There is a safe place. I told you travel. Go east. For those who have an ear, let them hear. Go east. I told you travel. Visit us at attoldyoutravel.com. You know we're in the last days, coming to the final phase. Ahaya's gonna show his face to his people. You know it's time to go. You feel it in your soul. The Holy Spirit tells you so. Get ready. Go east. Ahaya, prepare to play. I told you travel. Go east to plead with you face to face. I told you travel. Go east. There is a safe place. I told you travel. Go east. For those who have an ear, let them hear. Go east. I told you travel. Visit us at attoldyoutravel.com.
Praise Ahaya Bahashim Yeshaya. There's a safe place, brothers and sisters. Most High said he will protect us, protect those who are found within his borders. So we must get there. Okay, so let's go into the pale horse, according to Revelations. In Revelations, John was given, through Christ, Yeshaya, information about what will be coming in the end times. And people like to always put this into 70 AD. But remember in Matthew 24, the disciples asked Yeshaya, what will be the sign of your coming? What will be the sign of your return? Not in, 70 AD. He was talking about the time of now. We're living in that time, brothers and sisters. So he warned us not to be deceived. Let no man deceive you. And it's very tricky because Esau got a lot of tricks up his sleeves that we don't even know, because Jacob is such in a daze, we are blind. So them coming out with this whole tour, Beyonce, right around this time is very telling, brothers and sisters. The pale horse. And I just want to show you a few other pictures that I've seen. Hold on. Of, biblically people talking about it. And it's that same old pale horse. Let me see if I can find it. Oh gosh, it's not here. And I'm looking for stuff. I wonder if it's. Oh, I think I have to do it differently. That's why. Sorry. It's. I have to put it. Let's see. Let's see. Mm, If it, I'm not gonna take too long on it if I can't find it. Yeah, but if you know the way they do things, if you don't know, what's going on, it'll go right over your head. See, Esau is very tricky, and our people are asleep. So a lot of these things we don't see and we can't see. But for Beyonce to be doing a world tour right now on a pale horse is giving a message. And we know we are in the time of destruction. Basically, they are all set up. Elon Musk was going to release August 8th, ushering out the Neuralink. Now, I don't know if that was held up for some reason, but he's set to go. Even if he pushed it back a month or two or three or four, or five, he's set to go, because he made the announcement for August 8th. I just showed you how they got the people using the hand. So that part of Revelations is already being fulfilled in your hand. Now it's just him bringing with the Neuralink will be the other half of it within your forehead, because that's what the Neuralink is all about, putting this chip in your brain and setting it up so that the mark of the beast is ready to go. Okay? And this is why Ahaya said, come out of her, my people. So let's go to Revelation 6, and we're going to read down, and we're going to read what the Most High is talking about. Because, guys, this happens to coincide with Second Baruch and talking about the 12 woes. So I wanted to go into that because we already see these signs and how the culmination of the 12 woes, but it all narrows down to Jacob's trouble. It's our trouble, brothers and sisters. And I just wanted to reiterate it so that our people know where we are in prophecy. It's not the reason why so many of us will get destroyed in this is because people are not going to understand. People don't know. And they're looking for something to be like somebody with a bullhorn to tell you, oh, it's the mark of the beast. Get out now. They waiting for those kind of signs, like something that's undeniable when it's right in your face, brothers and sisters. And it's been in your face for a very long time. Because I've been talking about this for years. But, people need to wait to see till this happens. They need to wait until this happens. They don't understand that you're in it, and they don't even understand that it's time to go. It's been time to go. Okay? So hold on, and let's go into the scriptures now. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Let me see if you can see this. Can you see this? Let me see if you can see it. No. I'll do it again. Okay. It's here. It should be up, but not yet. Here we go. Okay. So we're going to go into Revelation 6 and 1, and we're going to go all the way down. It's talking about the 7 seals. Praise the higher. And we're going to focus on, I'm going to read most of it, but we're going to focus on the pale horse because that's very significant. And we know that this is not in chronological order because in Revelation 6 and 1, it starts with Christ, with the Lamb. And we know Christ has not come as of yet. So here it goes. It says, and I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard as it were the noise of thunder. One of the 4 beasts saying, come and see. 2, and I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. And we know that's talking about Christ, right? But that is the first, um, like the first seal, and the first horse. And then 3, it says, and when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and the power was given to him that sat upon to take peace from the earth, and that they shall kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. Okay. And when he sat, and 5, and when he opened the third seal, I heard a third beast say, come and see. And behold, a black horse, and he that sat on it had a pair of balances in his hand. Okay. And he had a voice in the midst of the four beasts saying, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. So that seems to be talking about the commerce and the ability to make money in the earth, that things would seem to be going as normal, right? Because he said, see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. So that seems to be talking about the things that are readily available in the earth, money, to make money and things like that. But they're not to hurt this kind of commerce, things of commerce as of yet. And okay, 6 and 7, it says, and when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard a voice of the fourth beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword. That's war, guys. With hunger. That's people famine, okay? And with death, and with the beast of the earth. So that right there, we're going to focus right on that, because that seems to go with Revelation 18, when it tells you how Babylon being destroyed and what would happen, that there will be death, famine, hunger, and the sword, basically. So it's telling us that this thing is coming. And so to see Beyonce now come out with a world tour, it wasn't just for Babylon. This message is not just for Babylon. It's for the whole earth to be on standby. The ones who know what's coming up, the a signal to the wicked, because they like to give clues and things like that, and they be talking in symbolism. They talk a lot using numbers and all kind of things they use to, because the sheep is asleep, the lion is asleep. So they putting out all kind of information and messages to one another, and we don't know the wiser. Understand? And then they also have this thing that they have to put it out there on Front Street, so that they can't do stuff without telling you what they're going to do. So it's clear. Let me just put this picture up so we can see that it's clear that this sister, they're using our sister what they always use. Hold on, let me get myself out of here. And I'm gonna come back in a minute. I just wanna, I don't know if you can hear me once I take myself out there. The Most High said it's best that we live, not die in Babylon. Get out of her, my people. Come out of her, my people. Okay, so let me just go to Revelations really quick. Hold on. Okay, I'm go to Revelations 18. Okay, but and then I'm going to come back here. So I'll read that again just to bring that out. It says, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on it was Death, and hell followed him. So, brothers and sisters, Hades, hell followed with him. So please don't deceive yourselves in thinking that you can die in Babylon and that you still will see the Most High salvation. Hell followed him. There's hell to pay, okay, for us not being obedient, for us not following the direction Yeshua gave us to come out of Babylon. There's a reason why Christ said, come out of her, my people. He's not saying that for nothing. Okay, it says, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword and with hunger and with death, with the beast of the earth. Okay, I'm going to take that and go to Revelation 18 just to reiterate. You see, it says the fall of Babylon. Going to Revelation 18:4, it says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Plagues, brothers and sisters. So you not to sit in Babylon thinking that Christ is going to deliver you. The decree is come out of her. Do not sit there thinking that the Most High got me and I don't have to leave, that there will be deliverance. So let's look up that word plague. It's a Greek word, and it says a stroke, by implication, a wound, calamity, plague, stripe, wound. So he's telling you to come out so that you will not be wounded, that you will not receive the calamity, which is finished, the end. You come to your end. You don't want to do that. You understand? Because you're not going to receive your salvation if you die in this place, because especially if you understand that you're supposed to come out of her. I'm going to keep reading down. 18:5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Ahiah hath remembered her iniquities. Ahiah said, come out of her through Yeshua Christ. He gave a decree. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she filleth, fill her double. So the Most High is bringing double on Babylon for the wickedness that has been, perpetrated throughout the earth. Okay, how much has she has glorified herself, lived deliciously, with that Statue of Liberty. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. That's the delusion that Babylon has partaken in. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. Death, there it is. The same death, mourning, famine. The other verse said hunger. It's the same decree. And she shall be utterly burned with fire. What the other one say? Hell. Hades is to pay. If you do not come out of Babylon, you are not participating in the salvation. Now, some people are set to die that way because some people are not being obedient. They don't believe. They half listening. So they have to go through this thing. But for the most part, if you consider yourself a child of the Most High, a child of Ahaya Bahashim Yeshaya, you are to come out of her, my people. Let me reiterate that. I'm going to highlight this, Revelation 18:8. Okay? Because it's the same sentence practically. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is a higher power who judges her. Now let's go back up to 6 and read that sentence again. Because it's the same sentence. It's the same decree. hold on, where was it? Okay, 6 and 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. That's the same, utterly burned with fire. That's hell. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, yes, death, to have, and with hunger and with death, brothers and sisters. So please do not deceive yourself in thinking that you can sit in Babylon and that it's okay that the Most High got me when it's clearly in the Bible telling you, come out of her, my people. And you know what I find with most of our Israelite people, everybody is looking for, they want to click up and have a whole, Israelite committee, to be drawn to. But when the Most High is telling you to go, he said to go. And you don't necessarily have to be around a whole bunch of people. You have to learn to be self-sufficient in him. Trust in the higher. Believe in the higher. Don't be waiting for other Israelites to give you a clue or, anybody. He ain't saying that in the Bible. He's not saying that there's going to be a mass exodus like in the days of Moses. Matter of fact, he says the opposite. In Jeremiah, he says that he's going to, one from a city, two from a family. This is how he's going to deliver us and bring us into Zion. Okay? So we have to see and read the scriptures and understand that this thing is happening. Sisters, unfortunately, most of us we want a man. We want a man, but the scriptures tell us there'll be 7 women to 1 man. Because these brothers are not doing what the Most High is telling them to do. The Most High will deal with them. Even we're going to go into that scripture. The men are walking around holding their loins like women in travail. They are afraid to make a move. They're making excuses of why they shouldn't move. I think the sister left a comment, and I'll go back to your comment, sis, where you said that your husband said that hold on. She said her husband said that it may be best to stay because, and here you go, I'll put it on the board. She said, my husband said that he feels we will be better off here in Babylon where we know people, and I will stick out and will stick out like fleeing. I don't know. I told him Ahia said to flee Babylon. Praise Ahia. She got to reiterate to him and knock some sense into his head. Like, no, what are you talking about? He's coming up with excuses of why he don't want to leave. This is the prophecy. Men are walking around like women, holding their loins like women, a woman in travail, because they are afraid. And they're not going to come out and say it. Ain't no brother in his right mind going to come out and tell his woman, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. He ain't going to say that. He going to try to act like, because of the ego thing, toxic masculinity thing that's happening. He's not going to come out and say that he's afraid. But the scriptures tell on them. It tells about this wickedness. It tells that what they're dealing with. And it says that they are afraid. They're walking around holding their loins like women in travail. And I'm not saying this to talk bad on my brothers or, talk against them. I'm not saying it in that manner. But you know how I talk. I just be real. I know they are kings. I know the Most High said that they're going to raise them up, and they are going to be greatness in the time of Yeshua Christ. But we ain't in that time right now. And the Most High said they're going to be walking around holding their loins like women in travail. And this is what we are seeing. Our men are afraid. They're scared to make a move. Then some of them who went out, like I told you, there were brothers out in Egypt and this and that. They went out, but they were afraid. And they didn't want to go through what they went through. Some of them had hard times. Some of them, they wasn't ready for what, it was. And they went back to Babylon. They started going through things and they went back. And now they really don't want to go back out. Or they just infiltration and they can't go back out. They were brought back in, and I told you why. and how Elder Ricard and that brother, whatever, the Puerto Rican brother, the Ephraim brother, or whatever, he's trying to, take over everything. But he was sent. It was infiltration. He brought them back. And now these brothers are sitting still making YouTube videos from Babylon. Ridiculous. Our brothers are sitting in Babylon making videos, being the talk show host, instead of getting out, preparing for what is coming. Our people are going to be destroyed. And sisters, you must save your souls and save the souls of your children. Unfortunately, y'all got to make moves and you got to make decisions before it's too late. They putting out a decree. They putting out the message, the pale horse. Okay, let me finish reading, because people don't want to, accept it, but it is what it is, and it's right in your face. Okay, let's go. 6 and 9, it says, and when he opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of Ahiah and for the testimony which they held. Okay, a lot of people are going to be slain. And they cried with a mighty voice, saying, how long, O Ahiah, holy and true, doest thou not judge and revenge our blood on them that dwell in the earth? And these are our brothers and sisters who died before, who've been crying out to the Most High, asking, how long, how long? And the white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they shall rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that shall be killed as they were shall be fulfilled. Praise Ahiah. And there's a lot of people going to die. And that's not talking about even those in Babylon. There's a lot of people outside of America that will be slain and killed as well, brothers and sisters. So everything is not related to Babylon itself. You understand? The death will be worldwide. And that's why Beyonce is on that horse sending out that message. Prepare for those people who are in the know. They're getting all kind of, symbolisms and, messages, secret messages they give one another for them to prepare. While our people just walking around, without a care in the world, talking about Christ got me, instead of listening to this Bible and taking heed to what the Most High is telling us what to do and where to go. 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. Okay, there's the earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Okay, is that the same earthquake in Revelation 18? Okay, in one day. 6 and 13, and the stars fell unto the earth, even as the fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. And every mountain, there go the scripture, and every island were moved out of their places. So that's why that man, that Gentile, talking about Hawaii, buying all that land in Hawaii and all that stuff, is for naught, brothers and sisters, because the scriptures clearly tell us that every mountain and island will be moved out of their places. So, but you can't tell these people nothing, because they think they, know when it wasn't given to them. The understanding wasn't given to them. 15, and the kings of the earth, the great men, the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountain. So that's why we know that Esau, just like in the time of Noah, when the Most High brought the rain, they ran into these rocks and in the caverns trying to hide from the judgment of the Most High. And they got away with it last time, but they're not going to get away with it this time, because Christ is going to see to it that his kingdom, he will reign. Okay. 6 and 16, and said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. Praise Ahiah. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Who shall be able to stand brothers and sisters. Only those that are obedient, only those that are listening, who has eyes to see and ears to hear, because the Most High said, come out of her, my people. He said, come out, brothers and sisters. So let me go to Revelations 3 and 10, I think it is, so that we can show that the Most High have a remnant. So I hope and pray that you all who are listening are part of that remnant, because in Revelation 3 and 10 it says, because thou hast kept my word and my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the earth. So yes, Beyonce is on a world tour. He said upon all the world. So she's giving a message to the world. She's on a world tour on that pale horse, giving a message. He said to try them that dwelleth upon the earth. But it shows that there is a remnant that he will keep from the hour of temptation. What hour is that? It's the same hour from Revelations when he said that city will be destroyed in 1 hour. So brothers and sisters, there is a safe place. There is a place that he will keep his people from. And this is how I used to pray to the Most High and ask the Most High that I wanted to be part of that remnant. I wanted to be a part of those, the people who would make it through. Okay? Hold on. So when you jump down to Revelation 18 and 10, it says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour, that same 1 hour, brothers and sisters, that's what the Most High said that he would protect us from. So it's for those who are in that remnant. Everybody is not in that remnant. And a lot of people will be destroyed for not listening, for not coming out. Because look, it says there will be people standing afar off for the fear of her torment. Those are the people who will come out. We will see this torment, this happens. We will see that mighty city for in 1 hour come to its judgment. If you're not in Babylon, you will see it and hear about it, because I'm sure it'll be covered on the news, and everybody, just like the Twin Towers, over and over, they played the same video of them buildings falling. That's how we're going to see Babylon. That's how we're going to see Babylon falling over and over. It will not, everybody's going to know, and everybody's going to see if you're not there. Now, if you're in it, you're going to be part of it. Destruction, the death, the mourning, the famine, the hunger. You see they're taking the food out the stores. Oh, that's another video I had too. I be having so many videos. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. People fighting about, the stores over food. Rice. I think 2 weeks ago, a week ago, India put a ban on rice. And people started stockpiling rice, going into the stores, trying to bum rush and take all the rice they can take, because hunger is going to be an issue in the States, brothers and sisters. And I know people got you thinking, oh, let's stockpile some food. That ain't going to help you. The Most High said, come out of her, my people, so you do not partake in the famine, that you do not partake in the hunger, death, and mourning that's coming to Babylon. Okay? The Most High don't want you to have to go through that. You can be outside of it, and you can prepare and get ready to go into the wilderness, where clouds by day and fire by night, where Yeshua will be the light and the guide in the wilderness. Praise Ahaya. Okay? So Ahaya is, so she said, the sister said, so Hawaii is a sign. Yes, it is. And I just gave you those scriptures. The Most High said, but that's the great earthquake. If you're in Babylon, that's a sign you don't want to really see. Okay? Because that's in line with the destruction for Babylon. Every mountain and island will be moved out of this place because of this destruction that's going to be so great, that's going to rock everything in that circumference. You don't want to be there. So it's not a sign, it's not a good sign. Not if you're in Babylon, but it's definitely a sign for those who are out. And it's going to be a bittersweet sign because part of us, family members, friends, people that we know, going to be in Babylon. We don't want to hear, but we know it's coming because in I think it's First Thessalonians, it tells us that we are not asleep. Let me get that. Let me see if I can find that real quick. We are not asleep. You see what's coming. You know exactly what's coming because the Most High said it's coming. Is it Second Thessalonians? I think. Let's see one. Hold on. Let's see. Well, look, it's talking about the judgment at Christ is coming. Let's read a little bit of it, but I don't think this is what I was looking for. Hold on. Which is a manifest token of the righteous judgment of Ahiah, that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of Ahiah, that which ye also suffer, seeing it is a righteous thing with Ahiah to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled rest with us when when Yeshua Christ shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. Praise Ahiah, and flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not Ahiah, and that obey not the gospel of our Savior, Yeshua Christ, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of Ahiah. Yes, and they shall be they shall be punished. And the Most High in Revelation 18 said, for us not to partake in that punishment. So that's why you are to come out of her. You're not supposed to partake in that from the glory of his power. And when ye shall come to be glorified in his saints and to be admired in all them that believe, because our testimony among you was believed in that day. Praise the higher. In that day. I got a song called In That Day. Okay. Wherefore we pray always for you, that our power will count you worthy for his calling, and fulfill all the good pleasures of his goodness, and the works of faith with power, that the name of our Mashiach, Yeshua Christ, may be glorified in you, and ye in him, according to the grace of Ahiah and Yeshua Christ. Praise Ahiah. Yes, praise Ahiah. And that's why we must obey him and come out of her, my people. Hold on. Let me see. No, is it first? It must be First Thessalonians. Hold on, let me look. But that says that we are not asleep. Hold on. Because we are not asleep, brothers and sisters. And you should be watching and as well as praying, because you see these things are happening right before your eyes. I think it's 5, I think. Yeah, day of Ahiah. But of the times and seasons, brothers, ye have no need that I write to you. Yeah, right. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Ahiah, Bahashim Yeshaya, so cometh as a thief in the night. So brothers and sisters, don't be expecting no bullhorn and nobody telling you, like I'm trying to say, run, run, run. Yeah, That's it. You should see it coming. For when ye shall say peace and safety, then suddenly destruction coming upon you. So that's how contrast it will be. You're going to think everything is good. You think everything's in good case, and you can still go buy stuff. You know, like somebody said a couple of weeks ago, we not in Jacob's trouble because they think everything is all good. You can still go to the store. Ain't nothing wrong. Okay? As travail upon a woman with child. Now, then we talk about that travail. These brothers are walking around like women in travail. And they shall not escape. Hello? But ye brethren are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief. So the Most High is giving clear signs. That pale horse, Beyonce on this world tour, with that pale horse, everybody should have thought about at least Revelation. It should have come to mind that this sister is on this pale horse, right when they talking about the mark of the beast, putting the chip in your hand, Elon Musk, Neuralink, destruction, famine, the stores are closing, the banks are closing. All this stuff should be coming to your mind. You should not be asleep. Okay, but ye brothers are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep. Brothers and sisters, wake up, get out. It's right in your face, as do others. But let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for the helmet and the hope of our salvation. For Ahiah hath not appointed us to wrath. So he didn't bring us and wake us to this truth to get caught up in Babylon in the time of its destruction. He didn't appoint you for that. He didn't wake you up for that, brothers and sisters. He woke you up so that you can see and you know the times that you're in, and to move and get up and get out. But to obtain salvation, he wants you to get the salvation. And I keep telling brothers and sisters, it's not going to happen if you get caught up in Babylon. He said, come out of her, my people. There is a safe place. Get within the borders. Jordan is that place. Get here and get prepared for the wilderness. The wilderness is here in Jordan. It's not in Africa, brothers and sisters. Don't let nobody deceive you. Okay, but to attain salvation by our Yeshua Christ, who died for us. This is why Christ died. He sat on that cross and said, it is finished, because he did what he was supposed to do. He died so that we can come back to the Father. Now you must fulfill your part. The 144, the saints, I'm talking to you. That's what I call this podcast, the saints, the people who have ears to hear and eyes to see. Y'all should not be asleep or walking around in the days wondering, are we there yet? Is it close? That's for the walking dead, brothers and sisters. You are awake. You know it. You feel it in your spirit. It's struggling. You're struggling. Still sitting in Babylon, seeing the sky falling. You know it's time to go. We should live together with Christ, with him. Wherefore, comfort yourself together and edify one another, even as also ye do. We must come out. We must come out of Babylon. We got to get out of there, brothers and sisters. Scriptures tell you, warn you. Get out. Come out of her, my people. There's no salvation coming out of there. Get out, brothers and sisters. Get out, brothers and sisters. And I know our people don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They want to sit in Babylon and act and go back to sleep. But Ahiah is not going to allow it. He's not going to permit it. So please, brothers and sisters, give other people a chance to see, to hear, share this video, like this video, the pale horse. Now, I wanted to reference this to the 12 woes. When you go into 2nd Baruch, it talks about the same destruction, the 12 woes. So I'm going to share my screen. I have it on. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. And I'm going to read some of that so that you can know how the Most High was letting us know that it will be very sketchy. Like you wouldn't, a lot of people will not understand. And that's why a lot of people ain't moving, because they ain't meant to move. But if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, you are to come out. The Most High is calling you. He's stirring your spirit that you must come out. Hold on. I'm gonna share my screen. And we're gonna read the book of the Apocalypse of Baruch. Okay, and read down to at 25. You can see it. The sign of the coming judgment, the same judgment of Revelation. That's the same judgment. Ahaya is coming to judge the earth. 25, it says, and he answered and said unto me, you too shall be preserved until the time, to the sign which the Most High will work for the inhabitants of the earth in the end days. So we're talking about the end times. This is the same judgment of Revelations. 2, this therefore shall be the sign when a stupor shall seize the inhabitants of the earth, and they shall fall into many tribulations. A stupor, that means our people will be acting like blundering idiots upon the earth, which we see every day as an example. Foolishness has taken over the earth. All wickedness that's unrighteous in the eyes of the Most High hath fell upon the earth. It's spittle to the Most High. It's stupidness. And they shall fall into many tribulations. And again, they shall fall into great torments. This is what's coming, brothers and sisters. It's coming. We're at the door. And it will come to pass when they say in their thoughts, for by reason of their much tribulation, the mighty one do not no longer remember the earth. Yes, it will come to pass when they abandon hope that the time will then awake. Now, can you imagine, brothers and sisters, in Babylon and throughout the earth, but mainly in Babylon, because Judah is there. They're going through all these things that's going to happen. Revelation prophesied, death, mourning, utterly burned with fire. It's going to be a process because Babylon the Great is falling. It's not going to be quick. Brothers and sisters, all these people who talking about Ahaya, and praise the Most High, and the Most High this, and those people calling on all kind of names, when they're going through that, they're going to start wondering, oh, what happened? The Most High, he forgot about us. He ain't here to save us. They're going to start doubting because they didn't really believe in the beginning anyway, else they would have left. But when you sitting in Babylon and you going through all this, you definitely going to start second guessing and try to go thinking there ain't no Most High, thinking all this stuff just because you were too wicked to get up out of there and believe what the Most High said was going to happen. You thought in your mind, in your heart, oh, Most High got me. He going to save me. He going to do this when he clearly said, come out of her, my people. So you know people going to be acting like when they going through it, in the process of it, while Babylon is falling, all this tribulation is going on, and you sitting in Babylon, and it's really hitting you then, it put you out your house. Most High said, then you're going to know who is his. People going to start doubting. They're going to think the Most High forgot about us. They're going to be crying out to the Most High. What? They're going to be doing all that, all because they refuse to listen. Ahaya said, Bahashim Yeshaya, come out of her, my people. Now, you don't listen, you're going to be tormented for a time. You're going to go through some things. Either you're going to take that mark of the beast because you never really believed anyway, or you're going to go through it and have to try to, see your way through. And you're going to be questioning the Most High. You're going to be blaming the Most High. You're going to be cursing the Most High because now you feel like, oh, you don't want to go through nothing when you did not believe in the first place. This is what the scriptures are saying. They did not believe, so then they start to believe that the Most High forgot about us. Oh, let me read that again, so people can be quite clear. 25, it said, he answered and said unto me, you too shall be preserved until the time, to the sign which the Most High will work for the inhabitants of the earth in the end days, that therefore shall be the sign, for a stupor shall seize the inhabitants of the earth. People just going to be plain dumb, and they shall fall into many tribulations. You're going to go through everything the scriptures, Revelation 6 and Revelation 18 talks about. And again, they shall fall into great torments. And it will come to pass when they say in their thoughts by reason of their much tribulation, because it's going to be so hard and so rough on you. The most high or higher doeth not no longer remember the earth. No, it ain't that. He told you to come out of her and you didn't listen. Okay. And now you feel like, oh, he's not with us. Yes, it will come to pass when they abandon hope that the time will then awake. It's going to be that bad that even those who know the truth, know the scriptures, know what the prophecy says, going to start to abandon hope. You ain't going to believe no more because you're going to be thinking, why the Most High do this to me? Why he allowed it to happen? He said, come out of her. And I answered and said, when that tribulation, which is to continue a long time, and will that necessity embrace many years? This is what he said. The 12 woes that are to come upon the earth, the Messiah and the temporary Messianic kingdom. Listen. So he asked him, will it take a long time? How many years? So this is going to be a time, brothers and sisters. It's not going to happen, even though Babylon is going to be destroyed in one day. But there's going to be things that surround that our people are going to be going through before it actually gets destroyed. It's going to be a process. See, people they put in their mind, this is how things are going to go. But we got to read the scriptures and get understanding. And he answered and said unto them, into 12 parts is that time divided, and each one of them is reserved for that which is appointed. In the first part, there shall be the beginning of commotions. And in the second part, there should be the slaying of the great ones. We watched this process happen when all of our superstars and great people who we put in our regard, like Whitney Houston, I did a video about it, James Brown, Aretha Franklin, all these people started passing away. And even some of them were older, but the deaths was like, they had no real reason. But Whitney Houston, they took her out. And because she went and did a big message, and that's how I phrased it in the video. She went to Israel and had the Hebrew Israelites baptize her on national TV, giving a sign to our people that these Hebrew Israelites are on to something. And listen, them Hebrew Israelites, they don't even really believe in the water baptism, but I'm sure she paid a pretty penny to those people in Dimona to have that done. And it was like a slap in the face to Clive Davis and his Jewish counterparts. Even so, at that time, she wouldn't even shake the presidents of Israel or the prime minister's hand on camera. She kind of dissed him. So that's why people wonder why Whitney Houston was taken out the way she was and how they had no regard for her. And then they killed her daughter in the same manner because she really stuck it to them by getting baptized in Israel by the Hebrew Israelites. She put out a strong message and she had to go. It took them some years before they do it because you know how Esau like to do things. They let you think everything is okay, but she wanted to go get baptized again. Like she really knew what she was doing. And then even Bobby Brown, you see what they did to him. They killed his son. He's been going through it too, as well. They didn't let them get away with that, but before she died, she really stepped up and let our people know. And people really should, take notice to what she did. That was huge. You see, like Nick Cannon, he just spoke about it. He just spoke about us being the Jews, and you see what happened to him. And a long list of other people, Kanye West and all of them. We'll see what happens to Kanye West because they don't let that stuff go unnoticed. And they will let a couple of years go by before they react and respond. So just know, okay. So, and the 8th part, a multitude. Okay. It says the 6th part, earthquakes and terrors. Now we've seen for some years now, these earthquakes and all these tsunamis and things like that. And in the eighth part, a multitude of specters and attacks of the shittims. And that's what we understand about these demons and them opening up the CERN. And that's why our brothers are killing these black sisters, the daughters of Zion, are like crazy. I do believe that has something to do with the CERN being open and their witchcraft was unleashed upon the earth and against the Judah and the children of Israel. That's what is clear. That since that CERN thing open, all of a sudden these things have escalated. These murders, these brothers killing the daughters of Zion, the shittim and specters, the attacks of the shittims, these demons, demon possession on our men. And in the ninth part, the fall of fire, which is war, and we've seen war, and we will continue to see war. You know, Syria has been in war for the last 9 years, and now we got Russia and all this stuff going on. And then the 10th part, rapine and much oppression, as we start to see no jobs, the people are, the walls are closing in on our people. It's all happening. People are losing their jobs. You hear about these stores are closing. People are losing their jobs. They don't have any money. Much oppression. And in the eighth part, wickedness and unchastity, all over social media, you see how wicked. The wickedness is at an all-time high. Oh my goodness. And in the 12th part, confusion and the mingling together. Hold on, guys. I don't know if I can answer this. Give me 1 second. Whew. This is something. Give me 1 second. Y'all can check it out. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Excuse me for that. Okay, so all this stuff is culminating, guys, and it's coming, and it's much confusion at this point, and it's all mingling up together. And this is what the scriptures are saying, and it's talking about this time. He asked him the 12 woes that are to come upon the earth. So it's all mingled together. So people are just so confused. They don't even see the forest before the trees at this point. Okay, let me finish. Okay, it says in the 12th part, confusion from the mingling together of all these things foresaid. So we're at the mingling together part. All this stuff is going on. You can't even tell from one end to the nether, to the next, what's going on. For these parts of that time are reserved and shall be mingled one with one another and ministered one to another. For some shall leave out some of their own and leave in its stead from others, and some complete their own that of others, so that those may not understand who are upon the earth in those days. That is the consummation of times. So a lot of people don't understand, brothers and sisters. Don't get caught up in the confusion, the distraction. Them putting Beyonce on tour at this time, and all the other great R&B singers that we love and grew up on. It ain't a coincidence that all of them are doing concerts and shows. The hip hop 50th year of hip hop. Listen, that's my era. I love hip hop. I grew up on that. I would be, if I was in Babylon, I'd probably be, if I was in Babylon and asleep, I would be one of those people at them concert with the 50 years of hip hop, because that was my thing. I loved hip hop. I love it to this day. Y'all know I always got some kind of rap in my song. Any song I'm doing, there's rap in it. I grew up on rap. I'm from Brooklyn. We used to troop to the Bronx and to Manhattan to go see Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel and all the great rappers, DJing in the parks, all that. Praise Ahaya Bahashim Yeshaya. And even at a young age, I knew that was a sign. Like I knew hip hop and music was given to us by the Most High. I just knew it. It was like us having a voice. The voiceless getting a voice. But look how they demonized it and turned it into something so wicked. But I'm saying they're using these things as a distraction to keep our people still, guys. Y'all, we have to wake up our people and talk about these things. Share the video. Let people know we are being distracted. Our people are being distracted, sat still, wanting to go to these concerts and see all their favorite performers until the time of destruction, brothers and sisters. They are setting up. This is what's going on. She's riding around on a pale horse, let you know destruction is coming. And her concert ends going all the way up until October. She's setting new dates, going into the winter. And our people will be good and ready for destruction. Christ said, let your flight be not in the winter. Don't wait for winter time when all the snow is up to your neck. Your flights are canceled. You can't get out. You'll be running for your lives. They got the National Guard all at the border in Mexico. The only one place that you could get out. They're shutting that down. And that whole thing with Trump, they try to put him away. They're trying to stop this man from getting back in office. Because they know he knows and he's not doing right. Even though he's part of them, he got a bone to pick with them. He's pissed off about his homeboy, how they took out JFK Jr. That was his homeboy. They took him out and he watched it. So he have a vengeance. He has a bone to pick with them, with Hillary Clinton and the whole, So he's not letting them get away with it. And he's supposed to be part of it. Now he is part of the agenda and he's still going to uphold his part. But they definitely don't want him to get back in office. And I believe even they can indict him until now or whatever. I believe he's still going to get back in there. We will see. But anyway, so let's continue. I was at 28. I, nevertheless, whosoever understands shall be wise. Brothers and sisters, this is for the wise. This is for those who have ears to hear and eyes to see. You must understand. It's time to get out of Babylon. It's right in your face. The pale horse, death, destruction. It's coming, brothers and sisters. For the measure and reckoning of the time are 2 parts a week of 7 weeks. And I answered and said, is it good for a man to come and behold? But is it better that he should not come, lest he fall? But I will say this also, will he who is incorruptible despise those things which are corruptible? And whatever befalls in the case of those things which are corruptible, so that he might look only to those things which are not corruptible. But if, Ahijah, those things shall assuredly come to pass, which you have foretold me, so do you show this also unto me? So do you show this also unto me, if indeed I have found grace in your sight. So he wants to know the answers, Most High. Tell me what's going to happen. Is it in one place or in one of the parts of the earth that those things are come to pass, or will the whole earth experience it? And we know now the whole earth is going to experience it. But Babylon the Great will be destroyed. The whole earth. That's why we end up going into the wilderness to hide, because it's going to be everywhere. This mark, all of them are going to be taking the mark. All of them are going to try to, be under this mark of the beast system, because they don't want Judah to make it. You must take the mark of the beast. That's why the Most High said, come out of her, my people. 29. And he answered and said unto me, whatever will then befall will befall the whole earth. That's why Beyonce is on that horse, giving the signal it's coming. Therefore, all who have lived will experience them. Everybody's going to go through it on some degree. But listen, guys, be clear. Babylon the Great will be destroyed. And if you're in Babylon, it behooves you to get up out of there. Get out of Babylon. Jordan is the safe place. Hold on, guys. I know it's probably pretty dark in here. Let me see. All right, let me go turn on the light. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Okay, now let me read the last part of this. But basically, you got the gist. It's the whole earth. Because that's why people always try to be like, "Oh, Babylon is everywhere." No. Babylon the Great is America, and the Most High said, "Come out of her, my people." The whole earth is going to experience it. So we're gonna feel it, like how we when the COV happened, everybody went under it, and this and this and that. We're all going to experience it, but Babylon, America, will be destroyed. And the Most High said, "Come out of her, my people." So you do not have to partake in that destruction. It's a difference. But people, because they don't want to make a move, they don't want to do nothing, they rather sit still and talk about, "Oh, it's the whole earth. There ain't nowhere to run. It's spiritual." That's what our people like to say. Delusional. Somebody tell you that it's spiritual, just say delusional, because it's clear it's not just spiritual. Yes, if you walk out of there, yes, your spirit is not there. So in that aspect, it is spiritual because you're a spirit, a being. But the Most High said, physically, "Come out of her, my people." That's what the Most High said. Okay, let me finish this up. And at this time, I will protect only those who are found in those same days in this land. And Baruch was at the holy mountain, the same place where Moses was given the law. David ran to the holy mountain. Jeremiah was there. All the prophets were there at the holy mountain in Jordan. This is where the Most High gave Moses the law. He spoke to Baruch. He spoke to Ezra. All of the prophets were there at some point in time. And you have to do your research. And I think I did a video on that showing that David was in Kadesh. Ezra was in Kadesh. Elias was in Kadesh. All the prophets went to Kadesh at some point and got information from the Most High. Moses was there. Christ was there. Praise Ahaya Bahashim Yeshaya. For at that time I will protect those who are found in those self-same days in this land, brothers and sisters. There is a place that the Most High said he will protect those. Figure it out, brothers and sisters. I done gave a lot of information on that. I'll put my link, if I remember, in the description box, telling you about Kadesh, all the scriptures. I've did videos on my page. Just go on my page and you can see brothers have even follow-up videos giving the same information, and then they went even further and in depth with Kadesh and how it's in Jordan and how relevant Jordan is at the end times. This is where we will be. And then Christ in Isaiah 63, who is that who coming from Edom, from Bozrah, is another name for Edom. Christ will come to Edom as well. It's in the scriptures. This is where he come. Why? For his redeemed, for his people. Study to show thyself approved. And it shall come to pass when all of this is accomplished that there was to come to pass in those parts that Messiah, then Yeshua, will show up. He shall then begin to be revealed. And Behemoth shall be revealed from his place, and Leviathan shall ascend from the sea. those two great monsters which I created in the fifth day of the creation, and shall have kept until that time. And then they shall be for food, they, both of them, for all that are left. So the Gentiles will be eating on that because we're going to be in the wilderness. And the Most High said we're going to have everything we need. So I don't think that's talking about us be eating that, but I think the other nations will. The earth also shall yield its fruit 10,000 fold, and on each vine there shall be 1,000 branches, and each branch shall produce 1,000 clusters, and each cluster produce 1,000 grapes. Wow. And each grape produce a quart of wine. Praise the higher. And those who have hungered shall rejoice. So there will be people hungered in the wilderness, guys. There will come a time, he says, for those who have hungered shall rejoice. Moreover, also, just like in the time of manna, and I talk about manna all the time, brothers and sisters, because this food that we're eating right now is so defiled. It's so wicked. Even the vegetables. I mean, people think because they're vegetarian that they're getting away. All this stuff is man-made. Majority of the food in the earth is fake, and we're eating fake food. We're not being fed, and that's why we need to go back to eating manna. So I always say, like, if anybody in the wilderness and they start hollering about talking about they don't want to eat no manna, oh my gosh, I'll just be like, slap, because we just eating fake food, brothers and sisters. We got to go back under eating manna to purify our bodies, to get us to that pure and righteous state that the Most High intended us to be. We're eating nothing but trash. This food is trash that we're eating. I don't care if you're vegan, what you think you're eating, it's trash. And it's defiling our bodies. And we eventually have to go back to eating manna in order for us to get fed and be the righteous, beings that we are to be. We can't continue eating this food. So that's why John the Baptist was eating locusts and honey. There's no food in the earth, brothers and sisters. The Most High is going to produce. We're going to be, he said, those who have hungered shall rejoice. Yes, I'm hungry for some real food. I'll be happy to eat some manna. Because this crap is really, really for the birds, brothers and sisters. It's horrible. It says, a hundred shall rejoice. Moreover, also they have behold marvels every day. Yes, we will see miracles, brothers and sisters, every day. For winds shall go forth from before me and bring every morning the fragrance of aromatic fruits, and at the close of the day, clouds distilling dew of health. Wow, praise the higher. We'll be healed. All the sick will be healed. The blind will be able to see. The Most High is going to bless the children of Israel. We got to make it to the wilderness. We got to make it, brothers and sisters. And it shall come to pass at that same time that the treasury of manna, here we go, will be eating manna, shall again descend from on high, and they will eat of it in those years. Years will be eating manna for years, because these are they that have come to the consummation of time. So that's what I was saying. Does anybody start complaining about manna this time? Sister Carter gonna go flat. What are you saying? I'm just joking, but I'm just saying, for real. You don't be in the wilderness complaining about eating manna, because now we know. Our forefathers didn't understand. But those who are wise should have a clue. And it shall come to pass after these things, when the time of the event of the Messiah, Mashiach, Yeshua, is fulfilled, and he shall return in all glory, Praise the higher, Bahashim Yeshaya. I am so happy to give this information, but unfortunately, it's not good news to everybody. Unfortunately, some people still dreading coming out of that wicked cesspool of a place called Babylon. People still don't want to come out. But praise the higher. Look what the Most High got in store for us. Praise the higher. He is merciful. So I pray that y'all get this information. You see, Beyonce is giving a clear message. That pale horse, she riding on that pale horse. It's a sign. It's clear. It's coming, brothers and sisters. Death and destruction will be coming upon the earth. They are preparing, and I pray you are preparing too. Come out of her, my people. Get out of Babylon. Get your houses in order. Get prepared for what is coming. Unfortunately, the men are just in a stupor. There's a stupor upon the earth, and our brothers are in the midst of it because they're not moving. And it seems clear. And unfortunately for my sisters in the stupor too, waiting on them when it's clear that they're not making no moves. Come out of her, my people. Get out, get out, get out. Prepare. Jordan is the place. You can get what you need to get ready to go into the wilderness. Get here. Get out, brothers and sisters. Run for your lives. Death, mourning, famine, and hellfire is coming to Babylon. Thus saith Ahijah. The scriptures are clear. Get out. Don't sit there and wait. Save the souls of your children and yourself. Every man must save his own soul. That's scripture. And I pulled those scriptures so many times. But now it's coming to a time. Also, I want us to go into the calendar. Now, you know me. I have to do it. So I'm going to start doing my another 7-year calendar, and this time I'll do it online. I'll show people how to do your own calendars. September is a very holy month, guys. It's coming. We got the Feast of Trumpets, Day of Atonement, Feast of 8 days for the Feast of Tabernacles, all double Sabbaths. We got a good 10 holy days to 12 holy days in September. Get the calendar. Know the calendar. Let me see, what can I pull up really quick so you can just see it. I know I have some slides already. And, giving information on the eclerary days and how the calendar lines up. It's very important, brothers and sisters, that you know this calendar. This is March, and this is the first day of the year, what you're seeing on the screen right now. But basically, you can see along the right side, if you can see the numbers, if you can make your screen bigger. Hold on. You see the 7, 14, 21, and the next one is 28. It lines up in sevens on the eclerary months. The calendar is correct. It goes from 1, if you look on Sundays, the first day of the week. It's also the first day of the year, and it goes 1 through 7. The Sabbath will always be on the 7th day. It lines up perfectly, 7, 14, 21, 28. That happens every 4 months. The eclerary months, according to the calendar, it straightens out the calendar. The Most High is perfect in he's a mathematical genius. He lined up the calendar perfectly according to sevens. And your calendar should reflect that. The one cannot be on Saturday at sundown on Saturday. It throws the whole calendar off. And this is what I've been saying over the years as I've been fighting back and forth with Elder Ricard, my brother, putting the one in the wrong place, I believe purposely, to throw us off, because infiltration, they thought to change times and laws, and they threw us off one day so that we still wouldn't be worshiping our power the way we're supposed to, even though Elder Ricard gave us the secrets of the times. So he gave us the information, but then they threw it off by one day. So now I was able, for years, I didn't know how to really just tell, I was saying it, but I didn't know how to articulate it. And then the Most High put it on me. And everything is in the Most High's time. So I give all glory and praise to Ahijah, Bahashim Yeshaya, for the information, because he put it on my spirit to speak about it. But he was testing Israel. He wanted that process to happen to see how many people would even bother to go into the calendar to hear what I was saying. So now it's clear without a shadow of a doubt. The first day of the year is always on a Sunday, and you put that one on the day on Sunday. 1 through 7, the seventh day is always on the Sabbath, and it goes according to sevens. 7, the next Sabbath is 14. The next 21 and 28 is that happens 4 times within the Hebrew calendar, 4 times a year. Okay? And it's undeniably the calendar is correct. Praise Ahaya. He gave us back our calendar so we can feast and celebrate on earth as it is in heaven, like our prayer tells us, like the Lord prayed, like Yeshua's prayer. We got our days back. Now we must keep the calendar. So that's why there's no room for people to be calling on other gods, because the YAH did not give you this information about the calendar. Jehovah, Yahweh, Yahusha, Yahuwah, Jehovah, ain't none of them powers gave you the answers to this calendar. It was Ahaya. Ahaya Ashur Ahaya gave you the holy days, gave you the true calendar, and he gave the secrets of the times. And he gave it through our brother Elder Ricard initially. But then they still want to play games with the calendar. So yes, a woman had to bring it to you. A woman. Most High will use a woman too if he have to. When there's issues with our men, when there's problems in the earth, when there's taken down and there's war against us, Ahaya will use a woman to bring forth some information. So I give all glory and praise to Ahaya. He's not against the daughters of Zion. He don't hate us like our men have seemed to hate us right now. I don't know what they need to get over it. But praise Ahaya. He's not, against us. And he's not at war with the daughters of Zion. Sisters, come back to the Most High. Get under the right holy days. Call on the right name. Don't be afraid to come out of Babylon and praise him and worship him and step up and give glory and honor. It's Ahaya who gave back his holy days. It's Ahaya who gave back his name. This is the power who is delivering us from Babylon. There's no other God in this earth. There's no other power in this earth. Nobody is telling you where to go. Ahaya has brought forth this information. And he's the only one who's given these holy days in mathematical order. There's no way around it. And anybody else telling you, we do the Enoch calendar, but they keeping the Shabbat on a Tuesday, and they keeping the Sabbath and the Passover on a Tuesday, they're lying. Because the Most High is a mathematical genius, and he brought it out and put it together so that you cannot play with his calendar. So all those people, they've been lying. Talking about, we go 364 days. We do I've spoken to a lot of these people claiming that they with the Enoch calendar, and yet they're keeping the Shabbat on a Tuesday, or they're keeping the Passover on a Monday or Thursday. They're lying, because the Most High has now brought forth the information that proves that they're lying. If they ain't got 7, 14, 21, 28 according to sevens, the first day of the year is on a Sunday, they're lying. And I'm going to show you how it all lines up. And it wasn't until I had to do the calendar 7 years in a row. The Most High put that on my spirit to do it that way so that you can see the patterns. You see how it lines up. You ain't going to get it just trying to do it 1 year at a time. You're not going to get it and understand it unless you stretch out those calendars and you start to see the patterns. It goes perfectly with Jubilees. With the book of Jubilees. And I went over it all this year. If you go back into my videos, you'll see I've been talking about the calendar all year long, showing you, proving to you that there's infiltration, that Elder Ricard got to be infiltrated, because there's no way in the world that he would be putting them holy days off like that if he wasn't infiltrated. He's the one who came with the information, secrets of the times. Why don't he know that Sunday is the first day of the year and put the one on Sunday? He's not a stupid brother, so why would he do that? I give all glory and praise to Ahaya. He wanted the truth to be known. He wanted it to be out. So I wanted to show you the calendar. Before September, I have to start because I told you that this calendar starts to line up 2024. And it's just likened to Jacob holding on to the foot of Esau. Esau is the end, and Jacob is the beginning of the world that follows. It's going to go right straight through, brothers and sisters. There's going to be no breakup. That calendar is going to change into our calendar, and we're going to be reigning before you know it. You just must get within the borders so that you can make it through, that you can possibly be saved until the end. Nobody's saved until the end. We got to make it through. Jacob's trouble. We got to get through that. Get within the borders, brothers and sisters. We are at the end times. They're ushering in their new world order, and that's trouble for us. Beyonce is putting the message out, letting everybody know that it's coming. It's coming. So you needed to know. So I'm here to tell you, thus saith Ahaya, it's coming, brothers and sisters. Death, mourning, famine, it's coming. Get out of harm's way. Get out of Babylon. Get within the borders. Jordan is the safe place. Know, and when you come, you must know the name. His name is Ahaya, Ashur Ahaya. I am that I am, as Exodus 3:14. This is the power that's calling us out of Babylon. It's not Yah, Yahuwah, Yahweh, YHWH, Yahweh, Yahweh. It ain't none of that. It's Ahaya calling us out of Babylon, giving us the information on the calendar, giving us his name, giving us the correct locations, where to go, what to do. When you come into a man and start to prepare by everything that you need before you start making your way to the wilderness. The Most High gave locations where he showed me where we're going to be. He's told me what to do. Praise Ahaya. Praise Ahaya. Get out of Babylon, brothers and sisters. Okay, hold on. This is the 4th month. Hold on. Shabbat, the 7th month. This is what I want to show you, the 7th month. This is 2020. What number is that? I can't. This is last year, but it's still the same. Let me show you, just to show you how it lines up. Here we are. On the right-hand side, you see the Shabbat in red. The last day of the month will always be on the Saturday, just like the last year. According to Elder Ricard's Secret of the Time, the last day of the year will always be on the Sabbath, always. And the next day will be the first day. That's why you see in yellow, on the second number is the Hebrew number. Number 1 is the first day of the week. And it will also be the first day of the year, will always be on a Sunday. Count 7 days, the Shabbat. See that 7? That number, last number 7, next one down, 14, 21, 28. The eclerary days will always line up like that. They will always line up like that. This is the secret of the times. The Most High gave us a pattern of how his holy days fall. When you see, we always have double Shabbats. Let me show you. Just like here on the 31, that's the regular Sabbath. The next day is a high holy day. That is the Feast of Trouble, and it's of double meaning. Not only is the Feast of Trumpets on the first day of the 7th month, but it's also when Noah, one of the days when Noah came off the ark, he saw the water receding. He saw that there's dry land. He was told to make them a holy day, a holy feast. We was to sacrifice to the Most High on that day and make it a day of remembrance. So it's a double meaning, and it's a double Sabbath, meaning the Saturday is a Sabbath and that following Sunday is a Sabbath. It's important that you know the patterns of the Most High's calendar, how he do things. And this is throughout the calendar. We have many double Sabbath and many Sabbaths with double meanings. When you go to the next Shabbat. That's a regular Sabbath. There's no double Sabbath. Then the Day of Atonement, we fast. It always falls on a Tuesday. It's not it's not on a Wednesday and it's not on the Monday. We start at sundown on Monday and the day is Tuesday that you fast until sundown. Then at the end of the week, it's the regular Sabbath. And that next day, that Sunday, starts the Feast of Tabernacle, that which makes it a double Sabbath. That first one is a regular Sabbath, the 14th. You see that number 14? That's the Sabbath, right? Saturday, Sabbath. The next day starts the Feast of Tabernacle, which is a Sunday. It's a double Shabbat. When you go to Leviticus 23, it says in the scriptures, it tells you the first day is a holy convocation. So that means that Sunday will be a high holy day. You keep it as a Sabbath. So it's a double Shabbat. And then when you read on, it says, and the last day will be let me see, let me move this thing. I can't move it, but underneath that following Sunday is also a double Sabbath. So that means 2 double Sabbaths alone, just in the Feast of Tabernacle, we have double Sabbaths. Now you can see it. That 22, that number 22, because it's an 8-day feast. When you read Leviticus 23, it says the first day is a Sabbath and the 8th day is a Sabbath. So that following Sunday, it will be a high holy day too. It will be a Sabbath day. We're to keep the Feast of Tabernacle for 8 days. And it says the first day is a Sabbath, holy convocation, and the last day is a holy convocation. So we have 2 double Sabbaths within the Feast of Tabernacles. We have a double Sabbath in the beginning with the Feast of Trumpets. So that's 6 days just alone with the holy days. Then we got the Feast of Atonement, the Day of Atonement. Okay, that's and so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holy days within the month of September. 7 holy days. And then when you read further in Leviticus 23, it says the ingathering feast. And the ingathering, it goes concurrent with the Feast of Tabernacles, the same time. It's a double meaning. It's a double meaning. And that's also an 8-day feast. So we got a lot of holy feast days and a lot of meanings according to the Shabbat. According to our holy days and our feast days. It's important that you learn these things, you know them. The Most High said he's going to put it in our inward parts. How? Because in order to serve him, in order to be saved until the end, that we all waiting for the salvation, you must know this. You must know this information, brothers and sisters. So, it's deep. I know it. I give all glory and praise to Ahaya Ashur Ahaya for unleashing this information, because we at the time of the end, just like in the days of Noah, the Most High gave out information on himself, how to feast, how to serve him, how to worship him with the tabernacle and all that. So we're going to go right back into that, brothers and sisters. We are going right back into this again. He had to give us his calendar, so that we know how to worship him. He had to give us the correct calendar. He had to give us the correct name. He had to give us the locations so we know where to go, because we are at the time of the end and we have to worship him in righteousness and in truth, the true way of worshiping him, his correct holy days. He said he will give us the sun and the moon in Genesis as signs. And that's what this is. Signs. The calendar is the rotation of the sun and the moon together. That's how we getting this information. It's not just the moon. A lot of people stuck on that moon calendar. The lunar calendar is lunatic. It's lunatic. You're lunatic if you are following that moon calendar. That's what that's about. It's a lunatic. The Most High in Jubilees gives a clear way of how to find these holy days, and it all lines up according to sevens with Jubilees and the Book of Enoch together. This is how the Elder Lakar came with the secrets of the time. Praise Ahaya. And that this is how he was able to show me how to bring it all together. according to sevens, 364 days. Praise the high. He's amazing. He's a mathematical genius, and it all lines up. So we're going to go into that. And I just needed to show you because in 2024, the calendar really starts to line up with the Gregorian calendar, which will shift us into our reign, us going into our salvation. But first, we must go to Jacob's trouble. So you must get within the borders, brothers and sisters. Get out of Babylon. Okay, I'm repeating myself, which I do a lot. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Praise Ahaya. I give all glory and praise to Ahaya. Bless you, brothers and sisters. Mwah. I pray you share, you like, you comment, you give this information to people so they'll know what to do and where to go. Okay? Also, join me on Patreon. I'm giving a lot of information. I'm doing the wilderness workout, preparing for the wilderness, brothers and sisters. Get your body right, get your mind right, get your spirit right with the Most High. And quickly, I just want to say, brothers and sisters, a lot of our people, they coming out of Babylon, they be all over the place. We got to hunker down and get within them scriptures. Get within the borders, get in those scriptures. Learn about the power you're supposed to serve. And stop being so quick to be running behind other Israelites. We as a people are all over the place, brothers and sisters. It don't make no sense for you coming and gathering with people who's supposed to be like mine when you ain't got your mind right, when you ain't got your spirit right. Come, get out, get baptized, get yourself together, get into that word and start to prepare. That's the most important thing you can do. So I pray you have a blessed Shabbat, because we're going into the Sabbath here. I'll give all glory and praise to Ahaya, Shoahaya, Bahashim Yeshaya, Walk with Ashawak. I'm going to play a little music on the way out, but I pray y'all have a wonderful Sabbath. Please like and share and comment on the video, and let's get this thing going, brothers and sisters. Shalom. I see you guys. I pray to see you soon. Come out of Babylon. Here we go.
To the wilderness, let's go. Babylon about to fall. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you know what I know. To the wilderness, let's go. Babylon about to fall. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you know what I know. Song of Moses, 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 song of Moses. I will sing to a higher, returning gloriously. The horse and its rider was thrown into the Red Sea. A higher is my strength, a higher is my song. He is my salvation, my power, I build his habitation. To the wilderness, let's go. Babylon about to fall. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you know what I know. To the wilderness, let's go. Babylon about to fall. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you know what I know.
and hosts, they're cast into the sea. The chosen captains also was thrown into the Red Sea. The depths have covered them, they sink just like a stone. The greatness of His excellency has overthrown. Your attention again, you better pack them bags and grab them kids if you better pack them bags and grab them kids if you better pack them bags and grab them kids if you know what I know. Song of Moses, 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 song of Moses. You better, you better, you better. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you know what I know. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you know what I know. To the wilderness, let's go. Babylon about to fall. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you know what I know. To the wilderness, let's go. Babylon about to fall. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you know what I know. Study the scriptures to show yourself approved. Study the scriptures to show yourself approved. On higher, Bahashim Yeshaya. On higher, Bahashim Yeshaya. Study the scriptures, study the scriptures, study the scriptures. Study the scriptures, 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 to show yourself approved.
and put up a fight. You better learn it, learn to discern it. That's 'cause of wisdom, a higher in He's the keeper of my soul. The great God. Hey, you need to learn him. He's the keeper of my soul. There is no other higher. Hey, he's the keeper of my soul.
Daughters of Zion like diamonds and pearls, far above rubies and precious jewels. Crown on my head 'cause we're brought with a price. We are the daughters. Praise the highest. Praise the higher. Praise the higher. Wait, can I give my testimony? A higher woke me up and brought me out of Babylon. He blew his holy breath into these old dry bones. Ooh, I started dancing, I started singing. I praise his holy name. I said, a higher woke me up. A higher turned me around. A higher blew his holy breath and brought me to holy ground. A higher changed my life. Bring his only son. I get to raise my head. Praise the higher. I got to raise my head. Praise the higher. Praise his holy name. Praise the higher. Ooh, yeah. and joining in and put my praise up. Watching Israel come together to start the raise up. It's gonna be the biggest illest party in the wilderness. Everybody bring your tents, it's gonna be real tense. Everybody shout, ahaya, come on, put your wine up. 400 years of slavery and now it's time up. Keep within the borders, that's a higher order. You know what higher call it? It's coming only here that you can try higher. There's gonna be no wickedness, higher. It's gonna put you to the test, higher. And I'ma dance like David and be like Miriam in the wilderness with timbrels and shakers. And every breath in my body, I'ma praise him. And like the Shia on the Thursday, I'ma raise him. We going hard in the desert with no sin. Moving like pilgrims, you know we going in like shit. We gonna lift our voice and praise him. Never gonna stop, never gonna stop. No, 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 never gonna stop. We're gonna lift our hands and praise him. Never gonna stop, never gonna stop. No, 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 never gonna stop. We're gonna lift our voice and praise him. Never gonna stop, never gonna stop. No, 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 never gonna stop. We're gonna lift our hands and praise him. Never gonna stop, never gonna stop. No, 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 never gonna stop. We praise him. We will praise you. We praise you.
We are so worthy, and thank you, Haya. We thank you for bringing us here and blessing us. We want to praise Him. He is worthy. The water of God. Thank you, guys.
Daughters of Zion, like diamonds and pearls, far above rubies and precious jewels. Crown on my head, 'cause we're bought with a price. We are the daughters of Zion. Don't you know I'm back with the price? How you bring the fire? Hear me now. Let's go, Yasharala. Let the Holy Spirit lead. That's right. Kwadash will rock now. How you bring the fire? Yo, will drop the beat. Only Kwadash will rock. How you choose holy? Kwadash will rock. Kwadash, 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 Kwadash. sent his holy son. Giant by his emblem. He crushed all of the test. Soldier cannot be cancelled. Israel, holy and blessed. Yeah, that's right. See now. I want you holy. Shawam, Saka, Hashabaf, Lakadashwa, Kabad, Abakawa, Amaka, Shalavatazak, La'a, La'a, Gana, Shaya, Aina Shakwa, Sharamaka, Shavalava, Aika. My skin is black. My body is burned. I survived Babylon. I am a daughter of Zion. Daughters of Zion, like diamonds and pearls, far above rubies and precious jewels. Crown on my head, 'cause we're brought with a price. We are the daughters of Zion. Don't you know I'm brought with the price? 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 You can stop calling me princess. Not because I'm wearing a crown, not because of what you see. It's the royalty in me. It's running through my blood. He's running through my blood. 'Cause he is the king of us all. Daughters of Zion, like diamonds and pearls, far above rubies and precious jewels. Crown on my head, 'cause we're brought with a price. We are Crown on my head, 'cause we're brought with a price. We are the daughters of Zion. Don't you know about the price? Don't you know about the price? Don't you know about the price? Ultimate sacrifice. Don't you know about the price? Now that I changed, what you gonna say? You can't accuse me the same way, huh? It's the difference of night and day. I'ma stand with the righteous and we gonna pray. 144, one kick in the door, done. Who will endure to the end? You're the real one. This is for real, son. No mass I feel, hun. Yeah, you're coming for the kingdom, yes, the war is won. So examine me higher and reprove me. Try my reins in my heart and you will see. For your love and your kindness before me. I don't sit with evildoers or will I be, but I will walk in your laws and integrity. And rebuke any sin that you find in me. Why don't you try me, prove me, find me, worthy of the kingdom, find me, favor highly, circumcise me. If you chastise me, rebuke me kindly. Daughters of Zion, trying sin, so lick that sheep that's flying. Trying to hide it, started backsliding. Get yourself together, 'cause I tried to deny it. You can repent too, that's what you gotta do. Even the apple, but you put the past behind you. Even the apple, but you put the past behind you. But you put the past behind you. Daughters of Zion, like diamonds and pearls, far above rubies and precious jewels. Crown on my head, 'cause we're brought with a price. We are the daughters of Zion. Don't you know about the price? 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 When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home, I wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing. He opened up my eyes to the truth. Now I see everything I thought I knew now has a meaning. Praying He finds me worthy. This truth has set me free. Ooh, maybe there's a chance for me to go back now that I've had some direction. It would sure be nice to be back home where there's love and perfection. And just maybe I can get to see Yeshua show up, giving me a chance to clean up my life and grow up. It's cleansing me of my sins. Oh, please let me start again. Suddenly my world's gone and changed its face, but I still know where I'm going. This truth has had my mind spun around in space. 'cause the Most High, He's all knowing. Oh, if you're listening higher, please don't make it hard, and tell them they should believe the things they read. Tell them they should run away, they shouldn't try and stay, 'cause it will be better in your kingdom to be looking for your brand new